I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Oh my god. The timing. I'm so sorry if there's anyone that already here. Oh, Julian is already here. Oh no. Well, hello everyone. My name is Kazukudo and welcome back to Path to Nowhere. And today we are going to do the continuation of the New Man story, which is, I think, this is chapter 21. We are entering the chapter 21. You know, at least I'm going to try to aim to finish it, like at least half of it, and then finish the last half tomorrow. You know, because you're gonna catch mania. But just let me drink for a bit. Okay. I'm good. No problem. It's just age thingy. Okay. All right. So, oh, by the way, congratulations for being first, Julian. Oh, it is dead. Oh, there you go. I got the Caesar there. Right. So before we start, just a little bit of a summary of what happened on the previous episode. Okay, just to remind me and you know, so you can kind of catch up of what's going on. So at the beginning of the last episode, the Chief and Isomer basically decide to work together to try to bring down 07, which is basically Lemma. Okay, and then Chief goes to the BR003 observation hub in there to see, like, you know, what the progress and everything, basically. Yeah, see like how is the research with BR003 is currently going on. And it was revealed, we are finally being revealed, like, the other side of Lemma, which is she is like just another teenager who loves idols and everything, you know, which kind of like makes her looks very, very normal. And then the BR003, the BR003 observation hub was attacked by the underground somehow, so they kind of like somehow can infiltrate the one of the most strongest, you know, fortress that the city have, which is, you know, BR003. And in order to protect Lemma, Chief kind of like accidentally got transferred or not transferred, like teleported to like underground, like the underground territory where he met with a Sage of Death, Aphelion. I think her name is Aphelion. Why I keep forgetting her name? I'm not sure, but her name is Aphelion. I think it was her name. Okay, long story short, Summer and Isomer and also Lemma managed to help rescue Chief from there, which kind of like a breakthrough, because now they kind of like, I don't know, somehow get inside into the underground territory for whatever reason, or for whatever, because I don't really understand like the fiction, the science fiction that they have. So yeah, right. And naturally, Chief after that become really bonding with Lemma and decided at the end that, you know what, I'm going to support 07 from now on. Okay, I'm gonna support my new daughter. And he canceled the negotiation, or like the working together thing with Isomer, which kind of like make Isomer now is our opponent. So expecting Isomer gonna be like our obstacle from now on. Hopefully she didn't go to the other side. I hope this is just like some conflict of interest only. I just really don't hope that Isomer gonna go to the underground side. Hi Turbo, welcome. Alright, so let's do this.
Hey, don't run around. If something bad happens, I can't save you.
Yeah. What is yeah? 25 May, NF116, the 5th day following the attack on the BR003 observation hub. Terminal 0490's data has been updated. You receive a brief yet meaningful document titled Tracing History above and below. The founding of Edge. At its establishment and in the minds of most who had heard of it, Edge was a purely scientific organization. The entity who was signed for the welfare of humanity. And the institution itself was likewise created in pursuit of a new dawn for the world. Even as Edge truly emerged from the shadow of history following the city independence, its mission remained the same, to combat mania and prevent disaster. But as history took its course, the mania crisis only worsened. To meet the challenge, Edge needed greater strength to lead and more alliance to expand its influence. After decades of evolution, Edge no longer belongs to a single individual or organizations. Representing various cities and factions of humanities, it has become a platform for negotiation, compromise, and cooperation. This collaborative spirit extends beyond the numbered seat at the top. It drives every source of funding within the Edge system, every technological breakthrough, and most crucially, the ordinary humans who make up the foundation of it all. SHP 13. Oh, why did it? I'll keep this brief. Regarding 07 opinion and the suggestion all of you have made previously, I have no objection at this time. BR003 is our most critical asset. During this transition period, it will be the right course of action to protect it, utilize it effectively, and ensure it continues to serve the cities. That said, security must become our highest priority. The attack on BR003 wasn't merely another breach of our defenses. It exposed failures in our monitoring and warning systems, delays in our security response, and a critical information gap between different levels of command.
We scanned the attack site and ran a series of analytical models using the collected data. Our findings confirm that the invasion was carried out using dimensional technology comparable to, if not more advanced than, our own. While the threat is concerning, the enemy's current technology proved insufficient to breach BR003 or invade the ring itself. In other words, the race is not yet over. There's still time. I endorse the MBCC Chief's proposal. The Ring Research Institute will provide full support in developing a counter-tracking algorithm based on dimensional superposition calculations. We will trace the intruders back to their source.
Oh. One more thing. The Underground stands behind the Silage Society. They've been infiltrating our factions, scheming against us, and stealing our intelligence. Their operations haven't ceased for several years now. The MBCC has been fighting both the Silage Society and the Underground all this time. We would also like to be fully involved in the security vetting of the Ring Research Institute. Every personal file, communication record, and access permission related to BR003 should be reviewed without exceptions. The enemy is clearly not only operating from the outside. The sooner we eliminate the suspect, the sooner we can move on with our operations. This will be in everyone's best interest.
Revealing your action plan openly at an Edge meeting requires a great deal of trust in everyone present. You'll need to trust that no one at that meeting will leak sensitive information, that your actions won't alert the enemy, allowing them to take precautions or even destroy the evidence. Do you trust them that much, Chief?
In truth, you do have a few names in mind, but you are waiting for these treacherous enemies to make a major move. That way you can catch them all at once. As for the other suspects, especially the most dangerous one, you've already made arrangements to keep that person under close watch.
Director! I haven't been back in forever! Would you mind giving me a refresher on the engineering projects? I mean, no one else could possibly explain them well enough. It really has to be you. I'm super eager to learn, you know. I could study all day long without taking a single break. That's 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, or 86,400 seconds.
Of course. It would be my pleasure to guide a genius like yourself, Summer.
Hi Orde. Almost managed to read everything before the stream so I won't be spoiled. Isomer reputation has soared after successfully rescuing you during the last attack. This means you need to be more discreet. Fortunately, Summer's here to help you out. The scientific prodigy is almost too fired up by the spy mission you assigned her. She's practically had her entire person and her 10,000 drones glued to Isomer at all times. She won't give her a single chance to pull any tricks. In other words, we are all in agreement to resume the BR-003 research projects. No problem. The MBCC will handle security. We will ensure the safe operation of everything without interfering in any academic matters. If the underground has set its sight on BR-003, then let them come. We will cut down every reaching hand and drag out every lurking mob. Looks like the observation hub fiasco has finally spiraled out of control. Now that that top secret research facility is involved, those high and mighty old fossils are finally panicking. Oh, did she change her username? I peek at their internal messages. The MBCC launching a full security audit of the Ring Research Institute, and they are not just checking security protocols. They are digging into cash flows, academic corruption, stuff like that. Others may not know where to look, but don't think you can fool the grey-clad demon. Time for pixel predictions. So, who's getting screwed this time? The project lead? The designer? Or maybe one of our fresh graduates who willingly signed the papers? But you know what? Doesn't that finally give our poor College of Humanities a chance to shine? Any journalism and political science students here? No? I'll take even economics and business majors. Now's your turn to expose the College of Science. Write some articles to warn us how ugly the truth really is. Oh wait, or are you writer types too scared to ruffle any feathers up top? Of course not. I know you're all brave champions of justice, just not feeling those assignments lately, huh? No worries, outsource them to me. If anything goes south, I can even take the blame. For an extra fee, of course. Our top-tier ghostwriting services cater to all disciplines. Fake data generation, experiment fabrication, you name it. 24/7 support across all academic fields. 100% privately operated and safe.
We're about to kickstart a new round of experiments. The technical approaches, objectives, and data sources have all undergone major revisions. The relevant documents and charts have already been distributed to everyone. If there are no further questions, let's get to work. Moving forward, the Ring Research Institute's observation hub will work closely with MBCC, synchronizing combat data. We will track residual mania spectra left by the underground's incursions and crack any dimensional fissure in real
Wait, give me a
time.
second. Okay, sorry.
This time, we're not just going to surpass the underground. We'll pursue them relentlessly and take the fight straight to their doorstep.
The passage is narrow and meandering. The walls on both sides bear enormous, jagged gouge, as though a pack of beasts tore through them with their claws. And then the shattered stones were pieced back together. The air is thick with a cloying, putrid fog. Amid the piercing growls and frenzied chants, The mist grows ever more lurid and oppressive. Now then, let's run some errands for the scientists. Time to gather some field data for her experiments.
So
we still
you're
have like
in
the
charge this
invisible enemy? Oh, we
This
don't have
should be
anymore.
fun.
Okay.
Though I seldom take the front lines.
time? Let's make
Oh,
this
Shin.
quick.
Why do you
They
replace
will
Shin?
behave.
Are you sure you want to pick me?
Ah, why did I forgot to change the thing? Let me see. Okay, that's better.
Crush them all! Crush them all!
Ah,
Crush them
the one from behind is pretty annoying.
Enjoy the release.
So just put Sito here.
Crush them all! Crush them all!
Enjoy the release. Enjoy the release.
Crush them all! Crush them all!
Ah, crap!
Enjoy the release.
Crush them all!
Okay. Without the invisible enemy, it actually makes it so much easier. The origins of the underground. The origins of the underground are unclear and practically untraceable. As early as the initial years of the Nightfall era, references to the underground had already begun appearing amid a mixture of folk legends, religious belief, scams, and even pyramid schemes. However, these accounts were often exaggerated and distorted. Combined with the secretive, nebulous nature of early mania-related phenomena and special powers, it is nearly impossible to determine what, if any, of these accounts were genuine. The conflicts following Euphoria and the Ash campaigns have taught you just how vigilant and cunning the Silage Society can be. At the slightest whiff of trouble, they will vanish without a trace, taking all evidence with them. You will need to tread carefully to avoid alerting them. So this time, you carefully map out your investigative approach. Publicly, you remain cooperative with the Ring Research Institute and stay friendly toward Isomer. But behind her back, you quietly identify all the collaborative projects involving her and work out her network of investors. So far, the investigation has only confirmed one thing. The director is exceptionally meticulous. Her proposals, press conferences, and progress report have all been flawless, exposing no weakness you can exploit. If something is troubling you, Chief, perhaps you should look at this. Terminal 0490 has received new intel. Will you like me to sync it to your device? New intel? Nice. As campaign public casualty reports, BR005 Warzone Post-Battle Contamination Pathway Simulation, FAC Internal, Nirvana Hypercube Production Capacity Allocation Records, NF113 Quarter 1, Eastside District 3 Annual Residential Energy Consumption Report, Syndicate North District Annual Residential Energy Consumption. What is this? This is like a lot of things. Ring Research Institute Project Team Structure Overview, United University Quarter 3 Procurement List, File with Administration, Hypercube Derived Waste Materials in Construction, Feasibility Study Volume 2, Eastside Water System Mania Index Anomalies, Ring Research Institute Laboratory Energy Monitoring Upgrade Proposal. None of this just interests me to read. Comparative Survey of Resident Health Condition across District of the City, NF114 Public Edition, Ring Research Institute Jurisdictional Expansion Project Plan, Annual Water and Electricity Consumption Statistical Report of Ring Research Institute and affiliated monitoring stations. Yeah, that's exactly my reaction also. You will hope the intellect will keep providing useful information. Instead, what you receive is a thick stack of incomprehensible document. Okay, apparently it's not just me. Even Chief thing is not not very useful. While not completely useless, they are clearly irrelevant to the key evidence you're after. I wonder why they did not give casual clothes to Hella in the story. Come on, she cannot be wearing that Grim Reaper dress all the time. It's just her new sprite. You mean you want her to go back wearing her usual outfit? What's the point of all this data? Why did Celine send me all this? Did you send the wrong files roll? The professor is currently unavailable. You may need to wait before you can get your answer. For a moment you almost wonder if this is simply another one of her usual jokes. She's been joking? Just then another voice picks up beside you.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no, she's here. Her eyes lock onto the comms device in your hands. With other words, she reaches over and takes it. Fingers flying across the screen, swiping, tapping, zooming in and out. By the time the flashing text and pixels are starting to make you dizzy, Linda finally pinpoints something.
Something seems off. Project number 3427 applied for FAC funding, claiming to research ways to improve anti-mania barrier efficiency. But according to the available casualty reports, most of the leading experts in that field were affected by the war. In fact, several are still on medical leave now. With the current team, there's no way they could maintain the research progress described in their reports. And here, a laboratory expansion for urban mania monitoring. The cash flows, procurement records, and tax declarations all look reasonable on paper, but while it claims the on-site staff doubled, the utility consumption barely increased over the last 2 years. So where did the expansion go?
Linda, you... The history scholar looks at you.
Chief, we're not detectives, accountants, or investigators. We don't have the means to gather all the relevant evidence, but we can still spot contradictions by cross-checking. Now that we've found these discrepancies, let's leave the rest to the professionals. As my professor likes to say,
No one can conceal the truth. If it was ever here, it left traces behind. And truths have a way of corroborating one another. That is our work.
Please excuse me. I was probably just misquoting the professor's words. All that wild speculation must have made things more complicated for you. I should just stick to being a good camera. A good archivist.
And just like that, she's that flustered, inexperienced student again. No, you've been a huge help. Celine didn't send you just to return a favor. She knows how valuable you are. Thank you, Linda. I'm going to need your help with the cross-checking work going forward, if you don't mind.
Me?
She looks somewhat surprised, then a little embarrassed. Finally, she lowers her head slightly and speaks quietly.
I'm the one who should say thank you. I'm glad I could help.
Did we just win?
Oh, there is 9.
If only there were no battles.
The Solage Society's influence reaches far and wide, but I doubt everyone in its ranks truly subscribes to the Underground's mania doctrine. These days, faith alone isn't enough to rally that many followers. If they insist on invoking the name of a god, then that god must be nothing more than a vessel onto which anyone can project their own ideology. When everyone has their own agenda, factions are bound to emerge, and with them, weak points and cracks. This attack couldn't have come at a better time. Treat this as an opportunity, Chief. Cast a wide net around the Ring Research Institute. You'll certainly catch something. Then we pick the most promising target to go after. Who knows? This might be the breakthrough we've been looking for.
After cross-referencing multiple sources, you narrow down your list of suspects. You eventually invite a few of the most suitable subjects for an interview, like this businessman sitting before you. Daniel Horston, heir to Horston Trading. He's been riding on his family coattails to secure raw material procurement contracts with the Ring Research Institute. Among the names on your suspect list, he seems like the easiest to crack. The conversation has been going on for 78 minutes now, and the atmosphere here is slightly less than friendly. I've reviewed the accounts. You had a piece of every major raw material procurement contract the Ring Research Institute gave out over the past few years. They were worth a fortune, but recently, when funding shifted to the observation hub, your contract were the first to get cut. That's a significant loss. Did the Institute offer you any explanation? Did anyone give you another way to recoup the lost sum? Deliver a message for someone? Help certain parties handle some trouble they couldn't deal with themselves? I imagine those major contracts were all personally approved by Isomer, the director. You visited her recently at a seminar, right? Is there any special relationship between you two?
I don't know what you're talking about. Without evidence, you're only making up stories.
Then let's talk about other things you know. The non-agency, the Public Security Bureau, and the Regulatory Office jointly reviewed your financial records for the past 4 quarters. Your procurement list, payment records, and shipping documents. We have everything. That batch of special metal components you supplied to Nirvana, the group's warehouse records show that less than half was actually received, yet the payment receipt indicates full payment. So where did the rest go? And then there's that shipment of hypercube purification agent. The customs declaration says it was going to a satellite town, but who was the receiver? This is a regulated material, so why don't you explain how, shortly after, similar products show up on Fraser Black Market? You're quick to doctor the books, but the system too fast and there are too many interconnected records. It's virtually impossible to keep everything consistent, isn't it?
Look, when you run a business, you hit rough patches sometimes. We just needed to increase our revenue by shuffling some things around. I had no bad intentions. I'll fix the paperwork and settle the outstanding payments. That should do it, right? Don't blow this out of proportion. I don't know anything. From this point forward, I'm not saying another word. Talk to my lawyer. I can wait this out.
He's still defensive, but his eyes are darting everywhere, avoiding your gaze. Honestly, compared to the sinners you've interrogated, his defenses seem paper thin. I won't need to. I'm sure your lawyer and my... Mike, I just passed the camera. I won't need to. I'm sure your lawyer and my friends will have plenty to discuss. As you say this, you pull out your phone and play a voicemail.
Do as you see fit. I'll back you up on this.
The voice of the Speaker of the City Council is unmistakable. Daniel immediately straightened in his seat, his eyes darting towards the door as it's abruptly pushed open. 9 agency operative and senior sheriff gradually fill the room. Someone refill your cups. Someone else leans against the door frame, leafing through a file. No one speaks or looks at him. Our homie. People involved with the Silage Society seem to place an almost superstitious faith in their so-called connections. Knowing certain people boosts their confidence, but the moment an opponent brings out a few powerful figures, that confidence evaporates instantly. It's time. You rise and circle around behind him, placing a hand on his shoulder. You feel him tense for an instant. I know you're not just waiting for your lawyer. You're also counting on a few special friends. Are you waiting for this? You hand over the evidence. The poor man takes one look and his eyes go wide. This was found in your basement.
This? How could you? Did you have a search warrant? What about my privacy? I don't know anything.
The security of BR-003 is the top priority. Many threats must be eliminated. The MBCC has special authorization for all related operations. Search warrant and lawyers are irrelevant at this point. As for those friends of yours, I don't know how influential they might be. Perhaps they're capable of protecting you. Or perhaps... You lean down, moving close to his ear. And then blow. They will take this opportunity to cut you loose and save themselves. Daniel shudders. Ha, it's just a guess. You certainly know your pals better than I do, Mr. Horston. You know how they treat their friends. Having said that, you straighten back up and give his shoulder a pat, smiling. I believe you have no ill intent. You only want to inherit the family business, help it flourish, and earn your place in the family. You are simply deceived and exploited by certain dangerous individuals in the Silage Society. In a situation like this, the sooner you come clean and distance yourself from them, the better. A competent businessman like yourself should be able to do the math. One last gentle pat and his body sags under the impact. It's fine if you don't want to talk. I have other guests waiting for me anyway. Let me go check on them. Take your time. The moment you turn to leave, Daniel Horston finally grabs your sleeves. His lips are drained of color, trembling so hard he can't form words, and that's how you know. It worked. Daniel Horston inherited his family's ties to the Silage Society. His involvement has largely been limited to networking and pursuing business opportunities. He has benefited from the arrangement and, from time to time, carried out assignments on the Society's behalf, smuggling goods, gathering intelligence, silencing troublesome individuals, and the like. He has even botched some of these relative minor tasks. As a result, he has never earned the chance to discuss further collaboration with Isomer, nor has he even met the Silage Society inner circle. In his eyes, the organization is little more than an exclusive club with an air of mystery, a place to make money and build connections. Strange incidents happen from time to time, certainly, but this is the age of mania. A few oddities here and there hardly seem worth dwelling on. The Silage Society's members are extremely cautious and rarely meet in person. Daniel, it seems, has never even been invited to the Euphoria. Communication happens primarily through incense burning, a method that's both safe and discreet. It also fosters the illusion of being guided and blessed by some mysterious higher power. And just as Elvira theorized, the incense is strictly bound to its designated user. It must be lit by that individual personally in order for it to work. In Daniel's house, to avoid alerting the Silage Society informants, you change into plain clothes and bring only Stroll inside with you. The black pyramid rests quietly in your chest pocket. As you ordered, the other guards are maintaining a 50-meter distance. Your entry is therefore highly risky, Chief. Please be careful. I still have you, don't I? Even Minnie has to obey some logic. This half-burned incense stick can't be stronger than you. Otherwise, the Silage Society will have already obliterated this city. Why will they still be operating in the shadows? Just stay alert. From this point on, radio silence. Don't let them spot you. Understood. I appreciate your recognition. Didn't that sound a little smug? Daniel, meanwhile, is far from relaxed. He leads you into a special room, closes the door, locks it, and pulls every curtain shut. Darkness swallows the space, as though he is completing some kind of ritual. Finally, with trembling hands, he lights a candle. In the vast room, this single flame is the only source of light. Still shaking, he produces that broken half of an incense stick and brings it close to the candle's flame. Before he lights it, he turns back to look at you. His eyes are desperate, almost pleading. So Daniel bringing us into a special room.
You'll protect me, won't you?
Of course. He can't see the shackles you are gripping lightly, but he can see the steady resolve in your eyes. I'm watching. I won't let anything harm you. Reassured, he turns back around. He takes a deep breath and lights the incense tremulously. A wave of smoke rises, winding and spreading like a living thing. The candle flame dims gradually until it goes out entirely. Your eyes adjust to the darkness quickly, then you see it clearly. Around the smoke, a dark purple mist hovers, faint at first. Slowly it grows thicker, expanding and creeping into every corner of the room. That's right, it's her scent, laced with ominous mania, seeping into your mind. The boundaries of space seems to rid and dissolve, as if the darkness is reconnecting to her domain. In a daze through the mist, you hear a drifting, somber voice and glimpse overlapping, shifting figures that seem so unsettling.
Through chaos wanders the Lamb, blindfolded and bowed, mired in dust and mud. It knows nothing of the stars above, for it never raises its gaze. The Exalted One stands upon the dais, staff in hand, through silent nights of contemplation, and beyond the veil of mist. He shall see with clarity, and he shall guide the way. Bow before the abyss, Chosen One, and confess unto chaos. Thereafter she shall guide you, she shall favor you. Silage shall lead you through the narrow gate, and death shall ferry you into eternal life.
The silhouette remind me of Dracula. You think it's like the cape? As if it can smell the two of you, the smoke moves and coils around Daniel slowly, then winds its way to you. The scent grows stronger, the voices draw closer.
You lit the incense. You, too, were chosen, guided, and rewarded. Why, then, do you betray her?
So they know. At the accusation, the fragrance calling around you both constrict violently. A suffocating grip closes around your throat. In the corners, the drifting purple smoke gathers suddenly, writhing and condensing into familiar puppets of the underground. They launch straight at you.
You glimpsed the truth. Why return to ignorance? You were granted power. Why accept cowardice?
Step back. You yank him behind you. In the same instant, Stroll leaps out of your pocket. Together with the shackles you unleash, it blocks the first two waves of assault. Then, bullets shatter the windows from outside and alarms blare. The combat unit will soon breach the area. Chief, prepare to engage the enemy.
Bound by your petty morals and blinded by ignorance. You think you can judge us? You dare challenge us? Then suffer the curse of death.
I mean, I have Augustus, so... What do you think? Do you think I'm scared of challenging you?
Rush them all! Rush them all!
Enjoy the release!
Rush them all! Rush them all!
Why the enemy doesn't look like underground at all? It's like a freaking reporter. Oh, that's one there.
Rush them all!
Enjoy the release!
Rush them all! Rush them all! Rush them all!
Oh shit!
Enjoy the
Rush them all!
We have the power of auto battle on our side. 0 IQ, yeah. I was wondering, like, I haven't used auto yet. Is it like good auto? But I don't want to do auto though. The game is already with Augusto. As expected, the underground puppets fall before you, just as they always do. Its frame crumbles apart, dissolving into pale smoke before fading into dust in the air. Only a faint trace of that drifting voice remains, circling like the final echoes of a curse.
Go on. Keep struggling. Open those unseeing eyes of yours, and behold, death is the only truth visible even to fools.
Daniel cowers at your feet, pupils trembling, both hands clutching his head in a desperate grip.
I knew it. I knew it. I've been cursed. I'm gonna die.
What curse? That's mania, not witchcraft. Forget all that superstitious nonsense. Get over here. You pull him away from the lingering contamination, then beckon Stroll over. You have it run a quick scan on Daniel. His M value remains within a safe range. Mr. Horston is merely in shock. He has not been harmed. You did a great job protecting him, Chief. Good. We will use this opportunity to officially declare him dead. Put out the word. The 9 agencies should be willing to place him under witness protections. He can lie low for a while. And most importantly, run a full scan of the scene. Save all data of the traces. It obediently turns back to gets to work. You leave the scene to Stroll and send Daniel away. Then you head to a quiet spot at the far end of the corridor and place a call. If your team is bonker, then it's good, but Shin just can't shut up. Listen. You cannot just tell my mommy to shut up.
Did it work?
Order.
Was I helpful?
Of course, it's all thanks to you. It's hard to say.
Anyway, you did all the heavy lifting. I'm glad it worked. Once we dealt with the real enemy, we'll throw a proper party in the council hall. When that day comes, just do as you see fit. I'll back you up on this.
Mexican is the bro. The two of you share a laugh. You will remember how to terrorize the idiots with this line in the future. Quote it out of context. Play them afterward, leave no evidence behind. It certainly caused quite a stir. The Cellar Society even attempt to wipe us out. The lead behind this man is probably useless now. The enemy is very vigilant. They won't hesitate to sever any unwanted ties immediately. For now, please keep an eye on the people around you. Make note of anyone who starts making a move. I will look into their ties to the Ring Research Institute on my end. King agrees without hesitation.
It's my honor to help you. Nonetheless,
though the communication channel he's using is provided by Shattered Blade and specially encrypted to reduce the risk of interceptions, the speaker still instinctively lowers his voice, carefully passing along the observations he's made within the council.
There have been plenty of accusations against Isomer recently, some even harsher than those directed at you. But when the claims were investigated, none of the accusers could provide solid evidence, and some even became evasive when questioned further. The suspicious projects were investigated too, but she deflected every accusation, shifting the blame onto former director Professor Lambert, Nirvana, the Ring Research Institute, Paradisos, the war, and even the accusers themselves.
I can imagine. The current director doesn't seem to hide her ambition at all. She's probably made plenty of enemies, yet she's held onto her position this whole time, without anyone finding enough dirt to force her out. She must have other tricks up her sleeve. You recall that moment.
You get your black ring, I get my seat. A perfect win-win. What do you say?
She prefers not to get her hands dirty herself. Instead, she identifies people's hidden desires and offers them partnerships, drawing them into her web in the process. If I'm being honest, I would be embarrassed too if Lemma ever found out about the things I've been up to.
Now that's a real schemer. She's been playing this game for years, hasn't she? Despite all the enemies she's made and all the shady things she's done, she always manages to come out clean. She's clearly been 10 steps ahead of everyone else the whole time, and she's meticulous about covering her tracks.
Or she might be backed by someone powerful. You rub your fingertips together, watching the residual purple smoke dust gradually fade, your thought drifting to its owner, your true enemy. And the person on the other end of the line seems to read your mind.
Watch yourself, Chief. No matter how you look at it, she's way too ambitious. Someone like that is dangerous. Proceed cautiously.
You smile. Elvira said the same thing. You make a mental note of the sincere warnings from your two friends. I'll be prepared. The rougher the sea, the higher the price of the fish. And I've already secured the most important prize from this trip. With that, you end the call with King and glance toward the other end of the corridor. Stroll has finished scanning and drifts leisurely back toward you. Before it can finish its report, you are bombarded by notifications. You open them and find that they are from the technical expert up in the sky. Oh, we got our number now! Summer Kira here. Oh my god, I'm in a WhatsApp group with these kids. Yay. Hello kids, we are become cool uncle now. Did you get it sorted out? Let me know ASAP. I need an update on your progress. Hello? You there? You won't get anything by yelling at me. I've got other missions, so shoo, don't interrupt my undercover operation. Summer Kira here. Is it like one of the characters from Gundam? What other mission could you possibly have besides clinging to Isomer and pestering her? Just leave me alone. I've only got an hour's break. I still have more numbers to run this afternoon, so stop bothering me. Are you seriously slacking off? Where are you? Please, Chief, if you see this, text Lemma back. She's kinda losing it. Wow, I'm being chased by like this 17 years old. Wow, trying to be bossy. So eager, huh? Alright, here you go. Send the data, Stroll. The contamination left clear residue at the scene, and it is directly related to the characteristic of death mania and their core sorcery. Let's get this first-hand data to technical experts. It should help refine their model and bring us closer to cracking the enemy's dimensional technology. Boomer engines di Alpha Group. Kids in this day. Understood. Transmission initiated. Progress 13%, 18%, 23%. I assume you will return to the observation hub and deliver it to Lemma in person. Analyzing my thought process again? Well, you're right. I did want to do that, but right now, something more important requires my attention. You look at the black B pyramid. Did the urgent meeting request I made 2 days ago get approved? You don't have anything else scheduled for him, right? You pause to think, then add, I promise I won't lay a hand on him this time. Oh! Adelaide, let's go! Of course, you've already proven yourself to be both rational and reliable. We trust you and we depend on you. Everything we do is for the sake of their investigation into the underground. Progress 100%. Data successfully transmitted to the observation hub. Your meeting request has also been approved. Shall we depart now? Yes. Bring me to him. Round 2. Time to get some punches. Hello! Prepare that face. Because you will not recognize it anymore. You return once again to the 9 agency highest security cell and see a familiar face. Is this a cell?
Long time no see, Chief.
Oh.
This little win pleases
Here we
you?
go.
Cute.
Chief's favorite punching back. He watches you enter, a composed smile crossing his face. Adalah begging would be my favorite scene.
Long time no see, Chief. You always look so grim when you visit me. Rough day at work again?
It's been months since you last saw him, and Adelaide is still wearing bandages. Whether that's because his weak body heals slowly, or because his sharp tongue has earned him another beating from someone else, you can't say. It's like every single NPC have like a turn to punch him, you know, like the one in the Clementine's event. One punch, one person. Though you've heard both the 9 Agency and Edge have been keeping him under the tightest security, holding him in an isolated cell for over half a year now. Oh, half a year already? Then again, maybe he's faking it, or maybe that's just a Fraser thing. Maybe they enjoy being bound up like that over there. In any case, you sit down across from him and cut straight to the point. I'm at the 4th stage. The 4th? Have we met the other 2? Or just that happened to be the 4th? A perfectly measured look of surprise crosses Adelaide's face.
Then I'm very glad you made it back alive.
I know you have deep ties with Silage. Euphoria was an intelligence hub the two of you founded together. You had dealings at the Great Expo, and during the Ask campaign, you helped funnel a significant portion of capital to Fraser. There's no point in dancing around this. Here's what I want to know. Her detailed background, her abilities, her current location, and the sorceries she uses for shifting and hiding between dimensions. You've been imprisoned here all this time, but the Underground has never sent any rescue. They've abandoned you. There's no need to remain loyal to them anymore. He chuckles.
The Campbells are no longer useful to the Underground, just as Fraser is no longer useful to Silage.
Which Silage?
I've served my purpose, Chief. If I were in their shoes, I wouldn't risk my neck trying to save a spent pawn either.
His usual smile again. Despite his huge investment and precarious position, he still tries to sound indifferent, as if he hasn't staked his own life on this gamble. Everyone cue to punch him comfortable. So around a couple of million punches, a little bit more than Clam, but we can do it. You pause briefly, then continue. I believe what you said, that you've achieved your goal. I imagine you're quite confident that the enterprise you've built is already on the right track. You must have already placed it in the hands of the right person, haven't you? I may have a chance to invite her here. Your sister, Queen's President, whose real name is Irene Campbell. Queen! Is it time? Or perhaps the one far away in Fraser. Arum Secretum researcher Hypatia. Good. The look on his face right now pleases you. To think finally Chief enjoying someone miserable face. Hella's quite fond of that young scholar, and the city is very interested in Arum Secretum technology right now. Even with our strained relation with Fraser, I believe it's still possible to invite her to this city under the premise of academic exchange. Oh, I forgot to ask. Which sister would you prefer to see, Mr. Adelaide Campbell? Adelaide looks at you. For the first time, those heterochromatic eyes lose their composure as he stares directly at you. Before you can decipher the meaning behind that look, he averts his gaze and lets out a sigh.
You've picked up some terrible habits lately. You're becoming quite difficult to deal with.
Yeah, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I'm flattered. Not nearly difficult enough. I'll keep learning from you in the future. The Jap earns you a faint smile from him. Now, the sage of the Underground straightens up and speaks solemnly, his gaze fixed on you.
We are the ones who forged a direct pact with the Lord of the Underground. 4 people, 4 flowers. I received her power and sowed her seeds in her stead, so that more worthy souls might be chosen. Since we preach the gospel of mania, we might as well call ourselves the sages. Pestilence, the plague, dwells in the city's shadows. This sage seeks out companions through information networks and cognitive influence. She prefers to stay in the shadows, Yet she is diligent and reliable in her work. Until you defeated her. After she disappeared, this city's dark web dissolved along with her.
With who?
Famine embodies the despair of deprivation.
Huh? Wait,
Those
Pestilence,
with
which
nothing
one?
left can only turn their gaze toward the very calamity destroying them, borrowing the power of ash crystals in exchange for the faintest glimmer of hope. Even among the sages, this one is the weakest.
Famine is Adelaide, right?
I'm not a sinner. I can only control a few borrowed apostles, nothing more.
Wait, I'm curious. Who's his Pestilence? No, Adelaide, I think it's Famine, yeah. But who's Pestilence? Did I miss something? Did I forget? Who do we defeated? Huh?
To the Sage of War, rancor is the ultimate weapon, painstakingly forged by the underground. Yet it was taken by your people so early on. At this point, I'm afraid I know far less about it than that general behind you.
Okay, so more is Pestilence. Oh, really?
As for the Sage of Death...
So the only one that hasn't appeared is War? His eyes darken for a moment.
She embodies both death and life itself. Be careful, Chief. That sage isn't dangerous because of who she is. Far too many desire her. Her influence has seeped into the world for far too long. You want to take on the Abyss, yet you know nothing about it.
Where is Augustus? He stole it. Wait, when did this being confirmed? I didn't know. Like legit. She's dead, but also life itself. The question rises to your lips, but never leaves them. An inexplicable premonition settles over you, as though you are no longer in the safety of a prison cell under your control, but have been dragged into his domain instead.
You said the Undergrounders never tried to rescue me. That they've abandoned me. No. I'm the one who told my friends not to make any rash moves.
In Shattered Blade flashback of Augustus, is it the one that they got the first rancor? I remember there's one that we got the first rancor for the first time. But was that it? But it was not stolen by Augustus though. It was stolen by the commander. Was it? The commander, right? The commander before the current FSC. What's his name? Oh.
It took quite a bit of effort to convince them. I told them not to worry, that this city wouldn't kill me. Edge understands that only by keeping me alive and in captivity can Famine's mark remain in human hands. But if I were to die...
How can you forget the flower tattoo on Morse? I did not forget. I just did not know that tattoo means she's a sage. I thought it's just like a thing of underground having... I thought it's just a thing that every underground have as a symbol of member or something like that. He raises his left hand, his face gradually blurs, yet the twisted mark on the side of his palm grows ever clearer. Sharp, ominous, shaped like a flower, and with it comes a strange yet familiar feeling. You think of that woman. Is it her? Wait, it's not that simple. You feel a resonance of the shackles deep within your soul. Adelaide's voice sounds distant, yet also seems to echo directly within you through some unknown medium. The mark on his hand looks strikingly familiar.
This power would immediately return to its true owner, then be granted to the next candidate. A new Sage of Famine would be born, becoming a threat to this city all over again. And unlike what happened with the Sage of War, you could no longer steal her power.
Who is this she? The underground shepherd? The Sage of Death? Adelaide looks at you for a long moment. Then he smiles.
You see, even after meeting your enemy, you still know nothing about her.
The flower dims and fades. He lowers his hand. In an instant, all senses return to normal. Before you sits the same bandaged prisoner, slumped weakly in the familiar, secure confines of the cell. I mean, like there's too many she in this game, so I mean, it's a game full of like hot woman. We don't know she's referring to who.
I shouldn't say any more. For one thing, my own understanding is limited. And for another, they did help make my wish come true. In any case, they're friends I should cherish and be grateful for. As for you...
He looks at you, still smiling, but there is an unsettling earnestness in the smile.
Your enemy isn't responsible for every evil in this world. The spread of mania isn't the result of some kind of conspiracy. It's the echo of our times, what the people want. It was always inevitable. All these disasters and tragedies, all this ugliness and absurdity, they were bound to happen, with or without us. The Underground simply glimpsed the inevitable future early on, and resolved to embrace that fate. That's all. They're more determined than anyone else. Perhaps one day, when your path finally becomes clear to you, you'll become one of them. You'll come to see that enmity was never the only possibility.
What are you implying? He's still smiling. The faint sincerity dissipates entirely, and Adelaide deftly sidesteps your questions.
One last piece of advice. Don't focus only on external threats. You may be surprised to discover that the real danger facing BR-003 and those scientist friends of yours is actually lurking within your own walls.
Advice or misdirections? I'm not going to believe everything you say. He doesn't seem bothered by your response.
My sister has come so far. She must have received help from many along the way. I can't thank all of them individually, so I'll take this opportunity to thank you in particular. Besides, sharing this information with you hardly changes anything in the grand scheme of things. Time is running short, Chief. I hope you and your allies are prepared for what's coming.
Then the man falls silent, and you know the interrogation is over. The realization astonishes you. It's as if you began to understand him at some point, as if he no longer feels like an enemy. Was it the flower? From the moment he revealed it, a dangerous sense of familiarity began creeping through your nerve. Like a warm greeting or an ominous warning, something is drawing closer and closer to you. Don't let it come closer. You stand up abruptly, grab your coat and head for the door. If I need to, I will be back. Wait, what about the punches? We need to punch him at least once every visit. The real question, who gave Coco her tattoo? Good question. Is it maybe probably part of the agreement when she tried to protect the garden? That hide, the hide their base? Next time he will. The meeting doesn't sway you from your original plan. Using BR-003 as bait to lure out the underground proved successful, and the observation hub soon welcomed its honored guest once more.
If this is what he wants.
Oh no, we got this one. Oh crap, I hate these things.
Crush them all.
Ooh.
them all.
Enjoy the release.
Why everybody just passing it like no people business? That's so annoying. What is this?
Enjoy the release.
Crush them all.
We can't really block a single enemy in this one. Oh no! Did I just pass? Okay, let's slow down.
Crush them all. Crush them all.
Listen to its whispers.
Enjoy the release.
Crush them all.
Ah, Augustus too full.
Crush them all.
Enjoy the release. Please don't miss.
Crush them all. Crush them all.
Enjoy the release.
Crush them all.
Enjoy the release.
Crush them all.
Please don't miss.
What? That's a stun? Oi! Faster.
Listen to it.
Crush them all.
Enjoy the release.
Crush them
Ugh. Why all the enemy just passing through, eh? The defense is a complete success. You don't even need to be there in person. With the strategy you plan in advance and the operative you deployed, the observation hub is able to target the invaded fissure ahead of time and crush the puppets, eliminating the threats while collecting a fresh batch of real-time data. You even have the luxury of catching your breath back at the bureau, away from the battlefield. Despite how smoothly everything has gone lately, an inexplicable weariness has settled over you. Still nothing after all these days? There are suspects everywhere. Take Baron from Nirvana Purchasing. His monthly reports are a disaster. Hundreds of tons of shipments with no paper trail. Then there is Osborne from the Ring Research Institute. And Ron, which one of them isn't guilty of gross negligence. They're practically begging to be prosecuted. So far, they've only arrested Daniel Horston from Horston Trading. A nobody. Best part, he died before they got anything useful out of him. Oh, he died! So 9 agency can't even protect him. Sounds familiar, huh? Unless they don't know that he's actually still under protection. I wonder whose secrets die with him. Then again, this is the Ring Research Institute. This is Eastside, a system built by the elite, for the elite and run by United University grads. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, just another day around here. These hacks really went straight from the classroom to positions of power, and their greatest talent, banning my accounts. Is that just how United U grads protect their precious alma? Oh, how touching. Since you bigwigs are all United U alumni, why not outsource the PR, evidence cleanup, and sock puppet accounts to Pixel 2? Together we will become these DCT shining pillars, defending our glorious social values. Top-tier ghostwriting services cater to all disciplines, 100% privately operated and safe. Top tier ghostwriting fans. Oh, they're just repeating. What if Chief become the sinner and Augustus is the chief? But I don't think Chief can be a sinner though, with Shackle in it. You close the forum and set aside the comms device. Well, now you are even more exhausted. Your predictions were accurate, Chief. Through more proactive strategic planning, we've shifted from a defensive to an offensive position against the underground. Morale among the research staff has improved significantly as well. I'm pleased you were able to reach a consensus with the Edge majority. It wasn't until you chose to prioritize the protection of the Black Ring that the Ring Research Institute was truly relieved of its pressure. Your extensive experience combating the underground provides the most reliable support they could ask for. With the sinners there, I'm not too concerned about that front. The strategy we laid out beforehand was more of a small experiment, really. I wanted to test another theory. Halfway through your response, the black bee pyramid starts rotating, its upper and lower halves separating and spinning out of sync. It's a pre-programmed gesture that activates whenever Stroll wants to flatter you or hype you up. Oh, that's cute! Augustus somehow will find reason to make Chief's cell close. Let it speak. Interrupt. Now let it speak. Oh, have you formulated another bold and insightful hypothesis? You never cease to surprise. So then, my dear Chief, may I have the privilege of hearing your thought process? My thought process is this. Edge should stop wasting time on your emotional support module. You're not cut out for it. Stick to what you're actually good at. Emotional damage. It drops a few inches with the software, seeming demoralized by your words. Only now do you finally feel a hint of perverse satisfactions. The experiment was simple. After consulting with Lemma secretly, I deliberately tweaked the testing schedule to add an emergency security calibration sessions this afternoon, lasting half an hour. Because it was a last-minute change, we announced the security vulnerabilities in advance. We tampered with the test data before distributing them. The data sent to different individuals were slightly different. This inconsistency will be hard to detect without close comparison, but were different enough for the recipients to reach different answers for the source of the security vulnerabilities after their calculations. You suspect there's a spy within the research team. You want to test them. So what was the outcome? An attack did occur today, but it didn't target any of the fabricated vulnerabilities we announced. The attacker avoided every single trap perfectly. They even purposely chose the most fortified point in the system to launch their assault. Wow, seems like they are like mocking us. What do you make of that result, Triangle Face? It could be pure coincidence. It could be a communication error among the spies. It's also possible they detected the trap and changed their strategy. There's another possibility. The spy could be operating at a high level. They had all the information at hand, yet still launched the attack as a response to our trap, mocking us. Look, they didn't even bother finding a scapegoat. There is indeed a possibility, but it's factored in the suspect's emotional inclinations. This decision is not the direct result of rational judgment. My calculation module cannot guarantee accuracy when assessing scenarios of this nature. But Chief, are you hinting at someone specific? Based on your habits, I deduce that you already have a suspect in mind. You know why a suspect. Yet instead of investigating her, you praise her for her contribution during the defense against the attack. You've misunderstood. We received your report and thoroughly investigated all leads. We haven't taken more drastic action because, first of all, the investigation yielded no concrete evidence. Second, we suspect everyone equally, and we monitor everyone equally. As you noted, keeping pace with the underground's dimensional technological is critical, and the experimental costs and risks are both extremely high. Every action taken by the Ring Research Institute personnel has to be strictly scrutinized. That makes you realize you are under surveillance as well. The investigation into Isomer is still ongoing. Rest assured, you are not the only one who filed a report against her. Lambert and several other professors at the Ring Research Institute have been particularly proactive. They've submitted a substantial amount of documents. We are reviewing them all. Everything will be handled anonymously, of course. Sounds like another round of infighting within the Institute. Aside from noting how quickly people are willing to turn on a fallen villain, you have little interest in getting involved. What really concerns you is the potential connection between Isomer and this Silage Society. Silage? I forgot how to pronounce it. You pulled out your comms device, swipe away the million missed calls from Lemma, and search up the latest enigmatic anime clips Summer sent to you. The genius apparently devised this encryption method specifically for the operation. After decoding and translating it, the message reads: Summer Kira Hero. Dear Chief, I made some discoveries. I'll spare you my brilliant analysis and get straight to the point, since you probably wouldn't understand it anyway. Stop insulting me, Summer. So we've got a huge new breakthrough for the covert operations. Our suspect hasn't been contacting external parties lately, but the mania residue bound within that cube offers is highly suspicious. As one of the top Black Ring experts who has encountered all kinds of contamination, I'm certain that thing is no ordinary sample. Moreover, theoretically, it may be capable of some form of long-range resonance. Well, you must be feeling really confused now, Chief. So, in plain terms, that thing might be able to bypass surveillance from the Ring Research Institute, and even edge using some special form of mania resonance. It may be capable of transmitting intelligence to someone on the outside. If I could get my hands on it for a feature analysis, I could confirm whether she's connected to your kidnappers from the other day. Too bad I haven't found a chance. That's about as much as I can estimate given the information I have. If you want to confirm your suspicion about Isomer, find an excuse to confiscate it and conduct a thorough investigation. You will definitely uncover something. Good luck. Good job, Summer. This is exactly what you need. Trolley. We have a pet now. Trolley, over here. Got some cool stuff to show you. Stroll drift over eagerly. You're just about to brief it when your comms device vibrates again. That idle song starts blasting. Wait, did Barry mess with your device? You barely catch who's calling before the line connects on its own.
Why did you ignore all my calls? Didn't we agree to keep each other posted? Weren't you supposed to personally verify everything? I was going out of my mind.
Silage. Okay, Silage Society. Too late to hang up. You can only push the drifting black by Firmament a little further anyway. A little further away. Easy, Lemma. Things are a little complicated on my end. I'm still dealing with the mess here. What about your...
Then I'll go first. We haven't finished all the calculations yet. There's still about 14% left to go, and 27 new issues cropped up today. But the results have been promising so far. We've already identified 37 suspicious locations. Assuming the enemy has planted decoys, we're still conducting further analysis to narrow the list down. Once we've cut the number in half, we can start considering...
She enthusiastically recaps everything she already included in her messages. Pure elation radiates from her. She sounds exactly like a teenager eager to share her accomplishment and desperate for some compliments. You quickly offer a view. I heard all about it. Even Summer will be impressed. I knew you scientists had my back. Whoa, what a genius you are.
I know that already, and I'm not
She's
done
proud.
yet. Listen, there's something else that really annoyed me. Everyone at the hub has been working their tails off. We're understaffed, and there are so many unexpected problems and a ton of calculations to be done. A few of us literally passed out after overdosing on energy drinks.
That's not
we
good.
even had to pull Summer in to help. And yet, someone still had the nerve to slack off.
Who?
Isomer, director of the Ring Research Institute, the observation hub's so-called partner. And she never showed up. Not once.
Okay, that's
Can you
suspicious.
believe that?
Ah, She's probably busy being investigated right now. She goes on ranting for a few more minutes, ending up spending more time complaining than bragging about her achievements. She seems completely oblivious to just how calculating the person she's bad-mouthing really is, or how treacherous the waters around her have become. You glance at your watch, almost time for the next phase of the operations. Lemma, first off, congratulations on your breakthrough. I'm truly happy for you. That said, you need to stay on guard as you progress. I know you hate all this political nonsense, but this is a very important experiment. Many pairs of eyes are on you right now. Don't let your momentum make you careless. Sensing she's a bit put off, you quickly adjust your tone. You can always reach out to Professor Celine. She knows how to navigate all this, and she's great at lifting people's spirit. You like her a lot, don't you? Want me to connect you two right now?
Wait!
She stops you, and this time her tone turns hesitant.
I wasn't just venting. I mean, we're so close to making it. We need all the help we can get, even if it comes from Isomer. So I was thinking, you two used to work pretty closely, right? And your personalities are similar too. You're both calculating and shrewd. You two seem to get along.
We are not.
So maybe you could talk some sense into her? Get her to come back and actually contribute?
Calculating and shrewd. You hold back the question. You are more curious about something else. Why Isomer? I thought you two would never get along. She falters for a moment.
It's a critical time right now. We need all the brain power we can get.
You fall silent. You know that's not her only reason. She seems to always expect more from talented researchers. And the more naive Lemma sounds, the darker and more sinister Isomer's faith in your memory becomes. Precisely because it's a critical time, we need to be more selective about who we choose. You know your experiment can't afford any mistakes. You need real, dedicated scientists. Isomer, her mind hasn't been on research for long. At this important juncture, don't count on someone you can fully trust. The other end of the line goes quiet for a long while. What's wrong, Lemma? You still there?
No. There's more to it.
Then tell me. Having remained silent throughout the entire call, Shrove finally offers a quiet reminder. It's time for you to set out with the team to track down the leads about the Silage Society. Checking the time, you realize Shrove, Rai, and Lemma should be preparing for her next experiment as well. You offer her a few final words. Focus on your work for now, Lemma. You know the root of all your recent problem is that the project hasn't been moving forward. Once the experiment succeeds and your theory is validated, all that petty nonsense will be irrelevant in the face of real scientific achievement. I'm buying you time by clearing the obstacles and blocking out the noise, but the definitive blow has to come from you. Show me what a true genius can accomplish when fully focused. Once you've proven yourself, the result will speak far louder than any criticism ever could. And when that day comes, those who doubt you will make their choice accordingly. I'll be there for the experiment the day after tomorrow at 4 p.m. sharp, bringing the MBCC super security team and a fresh batch of field data. You'll better bring your A game too, 07. I'm counting on you to track down the underground nest. Oh wow, I'm curious, like super security team. Are we gonna bring like a bunch of S rank?
Of course I won't let you down. And don't you let me down either. Get here early and watch me make it happen.
Wow. Finally, you let out a heartfelt chuckle. Give it everything you've got, genius. With that, you finally press the button, sending out the documents about Isomer from your device. If she's clean, then all the better, but if she isn't, it will be up to you to protect the real scientists. We cannot miss our daughter presentation tomorrow, 4 p.m. May 29. While the observation hub prepares for its final verification experiment, you clean up another 2 suspicious hideouts on the ground. Lemma's instructions are accurate, and your command on the field is equally impeccable. You wrap up the operation well before 3 p.m. But you don't make it to the experiment. At last. Oh, we did not? On May 29, NF-116 at 3, the BR-003 Observation Hub's core research team is scheduled to conduct the final verification experiment on the Mania Dimension eigenvalue. According to H07 assessment, this experiment will validate her theory and make the dimensional fissure technology a reality. At 9 on May 29, 6 hours before the final verification experiments, H-Haas unit executes a secret intervention, seizing full control of the observation hub.
A victory worth celebrating.
Why?
It shouldn't be in this kind of place.
At 10 a.m., led by Chief, the MBCC team launches attack on 2 suspected underground bases. This large-scale operation is executed under considerable tension. At the same time, experiment preparation at the BR-003 high-altitude observation hub comes to a sudden halt. An H unit sees the observation station without prior warning or explanations. The control room is in lockdown and the scientists' work is suspended. The young researchers are corralled away from their stations, and their tasks are taken over completely. And the one assuming control of everything is a palm-sized Stroll. Chief was accompanied by an identical one during the previous visit, but now the little device somehow appears completely different. Right now, the flawless black bay pyramid hovers at exactly 1.618 meters above the ground, rotating slowly as it absorbs data. It seems to be surveying everything below simultaneously.
What's going on?
Sarah is still dumbfounded. She was in the middle of adjusting an equation when they pulled her away. The normally timid girl uncharacteristically demands to return to her station.
We still need to run the final verification on the theory. Can't you wait just a moment? I mean...
The verification won't be necessary. Your proposal was thoroughly assessed upon submission. The implementation procedures are clear. The work can be easily transferred. Well done on completing your mission. We will take over the observation hub from here.
Stop patronizing us. I know what this means. A change of this magnitude doesn't just happen without prior announcement. Replacing the staff with only 6 hours' notice is simply ridiculous. We're not...
Before she can finish, a row of harsh humanoid soldiers turns their heads in unison, eerie masks locking onto them, mirroring the terrified young faces. Sarah flinches, instinctively shrinking closer to Barry. The boy shields her with his own round frame. But he's scared too, his voice no longer as relaxed as it was when he was doling out potato chips earlier.
Does Edge mean to tell us that we made a mistake?
That is not Edge's intention. However, a detailed evaluation of the proposal will involve classified information. Following the transfer of authority over the observation hub, you are no longer authorized to access such information. Please follow our instruction and exit the control room. Arrangement will be made for all of you. Only one person steps forward.
I've received no prior notice. I'm demanding an explanation.
Lemma steps out and stands in front of Stroll. As H07, she should not fear such a mass-produced device. She tells herself as she clenches her fists. Simply put, Edge has received credible intelligence that will explain the frequent attacks on the observation hub. The real reason isn't merely the technological gap between the enemy and us. There's a leaker inside the hub, and is very likely a senior technical expert who's crossed critical security boundaries. Whoa. Security has thus become the top priority. An investigation must be conducted immediately. That's all. The news is too shocking for Anya. She cries out.
How is that possible? Everyone here has devoted themselves to this project. It shouldn't even be possible with all the data security systems we have in place. And even if it were, why would anyone sabotage a project they've poured years of their life into? Let's just say there really is a security risk, that you suspect there's a spy in the hub. Do you really need to replace the entire staff because of 1 or 2 people? Who's going to maintain all this equipment? What will happen to our research?
Your concerns are valid. Rest assured, Edge won't resort to such foolish measures. We monitor everyone's behavior, but we only take actions against specific targets, those under the heaviest suspicion.
What do you mean? You're suspecting... us?
Anya?
Lemma stops her colleague. She has heard of situations like this, has even voted to approve similar orders herself. But this is the first time she witnessed and experiences it firsthand. She understands clearly that this conversation cannot go on, at least not in front of everyone. Kilantu is hidden in her pocket. Lemma tries to concentrate, activating the brainwave communication discreetly.
Edge 07 requests an emergency meeting immediately.
Request received Edge 07, requesting synchronizations. Ashiways requesting synchronizations. Once she's connected to the channel, Lemma realizes 03 is the only other numbered channel joining the meeting. Where are the others? You called an emergency meeting. The other representative must be occupied with their other tasks. I will relay their opinions. Back to your question. You wish to discuss the matter about the observation hub? Then first compose yourself and be rational, 07. My time is limited as well. Please set aside your personal emotions so that we can communicate efficiently. Don't patronize me. I don't need your lecture on the importance of being rational. She takes a deep breath. The observation hub is being taken over due to a leak, but that's just a pretext, isn't it? I already reported the relevant security concern long ago. SHP-13 also acknowledged the possibility of an internal leak. We've proven through experimentation that the underground threat can be prevented and managed. On the contrary, you stormed the hub without prior notice to its current administrator. H made this decision without letting 07 participate in the discussion. None of this aligns with established protocol. I demand an explanation. A reasonable request. Syncing data to H07's channel. Please approve the transmissions. Transmission approved. An influx of data floods her mind. A request to review 07 qualification in regard to her eligibility for the position within a single year. Lemma's eyes widen. Wait, A? Augustus? She suddenly realized what has transpired behind her back during the years he spent consumed by research, too absorbed to spare any attention for anything else. It is true that most research projects you've overseen have seen fast progress, but the flagship projects have consistently failed to meet expectations, incurring excessive monetary and time costs, not to mention the vast amounts of research resources consumed. Take the current BR003 dimensional many analysis project as an example. You failed 7 critical verification procedures. On 3 occasions, your insistence led to unjustified modification to the development plan. Last month, you once again rejected the simplified proposal submitted by the technical advisors, further extending the project timeline. This resulted in a series of consequences, the most severe being that the Ring Research Institute commitment to Nirvana last year. The development of next-generation unmanned mining technology has seen zero progress. Research on our secretum has also fallen severely behind schedule. Edge has since initiated a comprehensive review covering all 36 months of your tenure. Your performance in professional decision-making, resource allocation, cost control, and project transparency has been less than satisfactory. More concerning is your overall conduct. Specifically, we are seeing very little cooperation from you, which severely impacts your reliability. She clenches, her face even harder. A review? So what you're saying is I should abandon the hard, crucial problems and waste my time on meaningless, time-consuming garbage projects instead? Just because you think they are important and the previous staff didn't do a good job, you want to waste a brilliant mind on these projects? So they can boost completion rates, make the review metrics looks better, keep the public happy, and keep me from coming under scrutiny? And you're questioning my project's management and transparency. Does my work violate the security and confidentiality protocol? Or do you want daily reports? Will there even be time left to do actual work? And when I do report, how many of you can even understand it or bother to listen seriously? Be rational, Representative 07. Your talent is beyond questions, but over-dependence on it creates problems, such as non-cooperations. I've given my full technical support to every decision passed at these meetings. Even during the Ash campaigns, I was strongly against deploying the disaster deterrent due to its risks, but I respected the voting result and expedited adjustments to the Black Ring facilities to execute the plan. And yet I was the one dealing with the resulting damage, exposure risk, and the side effects. How much more cooperative do you want me to be? What more can I do? Be rational. It feels humiliating to be reminded of that as a scientist. Lemma's nail dig into her palms. Each S representative has their own sacred duty. 07 is responsible for integrating research resources, advancing key technology development, and undertaking core projects vital to society. BR003 has been compromised. The underground threat persists. We must reverse our strategic disadvantage. Mania Dimension technology is clearly the 07 responsibility is to advance scientific development and accomplish the Senate task. You are not responsible for determining which project deserve more progress and which do not. That duty belongs to other members. Your job is to participate in discussions, accept the decisions, and execute them faithfully. But lately you've been far too impulsive. You have overstepped your bounds repeatedly. Who made these complaints? 06 never speaks up. 0A is still new and often misses these meetings while away. You don't want her too involved anyway. That leaves us with Nirvana, the council, and you, am I right? You know I'm not allowed to disclose that. Oh, 03, you know I'm not allowed to disclose that. You don't need to tell me, I can work it out myself. In this so-called qualification review process, 3 of the 7 seats have aligned against me. You plan to sway those 2 abstention to guarantee the outcome. But I still have an ongoing collaboration with SHP-13 and is entering a critical phase. That, I certainly hope you're not invoking that connection to put pressure on me. Edge members must be wary of conflicts of interest, particularly where he is concerned. That wasn't my point. Let me restate my point bearing in mind the rationality and responsibility expected of me as 07. SHP-13 proposal was formally approved and authorized for execution at the last Edge meeting. That means you acknowledge the importance of this proposal and you agree that BR003 security as well as the tracking of and counterattack on the underground are the top priorities. That being the case, we must close the technological gap between the underground and us in dimensional manual application and locate their hideout before they move again. I've been leading this project for 3 years. Objectively speaking, I'm its core. You're replacing the core personnel at the most critical phase of this project while a major conflict is looming. Edge research function will inevitably be disrupted. Can you bear the consequences? Regarding that, the members have conducted a thorough professional assessments. A replacement is ready to take over. There will be no issues. And who exactly conducted this assessment? A vote of no confidence against me can be done by all representatives except myself. That is true, but you are assessing if I have the right qualification to take on scientific position at Edge. And you are telling me the opinions of scientists don't matter? You're letting 3 laymen make the final call? Did you consult with 01 and 02? A silence. You are right. The opinions of 01 and 02 are extremely important. H01 is currently engaged in another missions, He's determined that he lacks the bandwidth to properly assess other matters. He has thus responsibly declared his abstention in advance. What? You... H02 will exercise his voting right on his behalf. As for H02, on this matter, your mentor has cast her vote in favor. She also provided us with the key technical justification we need. The turbulence in her brainwaves disrupt the connection. A splitting headache makes Lemma lose her focus, and she can barely stay connected to the channel. She said that? What about the evaluation report and the documents I submitted? What exactly did she say? What did I fail to do? Let me see. Why? Don't worry. She cares little about those documents I shared with you previously. 02 never invests her energy in such administrative matters. Those are simply the reason we have compiled for official purposes, and once we hope you will accept it. It will be in all parties' best interest that you accept these explanations. Your gift is unparalleled, and you've always taken pride in it, so in the end, emotionally speaking, this is the best way to handle it. Wait, this isn't right. The real reason 02 provided is actually far simple. However, that is information beyond your current clearance level. Wait, I still... Goodbye, Lemma Hersfeld. Thank you for your contribution during your 3 years of service.
Wait.
What the fuck? The 07 channel in Atlantis contribute permission revoked, effective immediately. What? Her permission are taken and the connection is severed abruptly. Lemma's consciousness is expelled, her vision violently snapping back to the control room. The emotional impact compounds with the reaction from the neural link, sending a wave of vertigo through her. She staggers on the verge of collapsing to the floor.
Pink flash!
Whoa, Summer's so cool. Someone quickly darts to Lemma's side, catching her. The sudden movement triggers harsh built-in reaction, and several soldiers begin moving. But almost simultaneously, electrical current rushed through the alarm chips in their skulls. The harsh soldiers quickly realize. A drone hovers behind each of their heads several meters away. Summer supports Lemma with one arm while her other hand works a projection keyboard. Her eyes lock on every artificial soldier. Her expression is darker than ever. Damn, Summer is so badass though, like...
You brainless pieces of scrap. Nobody move, or I'll blow everything above your necks off.
Damn, this is the true power of strength. Also, does it mean that Lemma got replaced by Isomer?
Everyone here works for the Ring Research Institute. I'm an MBCC registered sinner. You wanna mess with a genius like me? You gotta ask Chief first.
Badass. The harsh shoulders stop. Before them stands an S-class sinner who once single-handedly crippled the laboratory of Parma. Whoa! Moreover, she's a prize talent the Ring Research Institute has been trying to recruit. The units receive a new order that forbids them from escalating the conflict. And the person issuing that command is drifting closer, in the form of a black bee pyramid. It descends slightly before the two girls, rotating leisurely and behaving strangely amiably. Of course, we still wish to continue with our research on many effects on person's intelligence, and you are an exceptional and valuable subject. Edge cherishes its good relationship with Chief, and we both respect each other's roles and jurisdictions. But I take it that you don't care about any of that right now. You just want to throw a tantrum, don't you? And you are certainly capable of that. When a true genius sets their mind to something big, the consequences often exceed what ordinary brains can fathom and withstand. Planning to surprise Chief when he's not watching? Like when you raised hell at the Ring Research Institute 5 years ago? Back then your parents' reactions were rather entertaining. Summer is speechless, mouth agape. Her extraordinary mind has just connected the dots. Something isn't right about this black pyramid. Alright, then let's wait for Chief to return. You trust his judgment, don't you? We won't do anything to harm your friend either. Lemma is a valuable asset. Let me speak with her. She needs me. Don't tell me this one is already isomer. I must be tactful about certain things, but once I offer my explanation, I'm sure she will understand. Lemma still hasn't recovered from the shock. The black pyramid observes for a moment, then slowly and gently lowers itself and connects to Keelan too. Now stripped of 80% of its function. Poor child. The sudden severance just now has left you disoriented, I see. Now then, think back for a moment. 5 years ago, based on your achievements, qualification, data, and behavioral assessments, you and Summers were both selected as candidates for H07. Do you know why we chose you in the end?
Because Summer is a sinner. Because she was contaminated by mania.
Indeed, her cognition was disrupted by mania, rendering it sometimes unpredictable and chaotic. You, by contrast, have a perfectly logical mind and well-defined methodologies. You excelled at summarizing knowledge and sharing it. Your teamwork skills were also outstanding. Therefore, we determined your experience could be effectively summarized, studied, and replicated. And we've been proven right. You are the genius who best suited our needs, the perfect choice for H07. Lemma's eyes widen, her brainwaves are still erratic. Her consciousness is drifting and her senses are blurry. What happens after that? The sealed door of the control room bursts open. Someone rushes in, shouting something. The harsh soldier seems hesitant. Lemma's frightened colleagues cry as they gather around the intruder. Perhaps they are safe now. But Lemma can hear none of the comforting words, can make out none of the faces. The only thing she can see clearly is the hovering black pyramid. It finishes what it needs to say, then rises back to its original position. Look, the next H07 candidate has arrived. She has worked hard and achieved outstanding results. She deserves recognition. Until H officially retrieves all data, she will assume temporary control of the observation hub. Our strategy remains unchanged. No matter who H chooses to be in charge, protecting BR003, advancing the technology, and tackling the underground will always be our top priorities. We are about to face an enormous challenge. Before humanity's true enemies arrive, we must make true preparation to ensure a seamless transition of operation under all circumstances. Now, initiate the authority transfer procedure. Is she imagining it? Through Scroll's pristine, flawless surface, Lemma seems to glimpse another face, one that belongs to someone familiar, someone she admires and misses. Come say your goodbyes, Lemma. Zero. I summarized it's the final boss. How did she finally get the thing? So she technically she's able to. Whoa, wait, what? I cannot attack her.
Rush them all. Rush them all.
Enjoy the release.
Rush them all.
So 02 is her mentor? It's interesting. Can I attack her? I cannot, right? She's just there to freaking aura farm. But you cannot. She cannot be as good as Augustus. Whoa!
Please don't miss.
Oh crap. Oh shit.
Rush them all.
Enjoy the release.
Rush them all.
Pulse radiation. Engage.
Ah, the freaking stun.
Rush them all. Rush them all.
No, the other one. Okay.
Don't miss.
Sassy 002, my favorite out of 3. Finally, Isomer claims the position of chief scientist. With all the authority gathered in her hands, her takeover of the observation hub is complete. I feel like the seat of H and Paradisos is being filled by more mummy. Only 01 and 03 at this point, yeah? The once lively control room is now empty. The lights are off. In the darkness, the comms device suddenly lights up. The brightness blindingly harsh. It's that encrypted channel again. Data encrypted. Has the handover been completed? We still have time, but she wants you back on the experiments as soon as possible. The whole project is still valuable and should not be delayed. A new batch of researchers will arrive shortly. I trust you to make effective use of them. I will, but we are short-handed. I need to keep my current team. There will be plenty of new ones for you to choose from. I prefer the ones I'm already used to using. We already succeeded in undermining her. There's no need to worry about her getting carried away over the project's success. The moment we shattered the pride of the genius, we broke her. I need the best minds to shorten the transition. Think carefully about what truly counts as an achievement. Isomer, don't make the same mistake. After a long moment of silence, the other side finally continues. Remember the timeline. It won't be long. The critical item has yet to be verified. We've entrusted the final phase to you, and we await your feedback. This is crucial. Use your rational judgment, Isomer. If you do a good job, she promised to nominate you for the seat. So still no confirm? The messages stop and all records are automatically destroyed. Isomer clutches the device, her grip tightening before she loses control. Fortunately, another notification tone grabs her attention. Multiple surveillance cameras line the corridor leading here, and every feed shows the same image. A grey figure forcing their way through a layer of guards and checkpoint almost violently, and then a crash against the door. Alarms blare, followed by the beeps of electronic locks behind breach. The control room door swings open and the visitor appears before Isomer. Seeing his furious expression, something inside Isomer eases unexpectedly. She smiles.
Hello there, Chief. You're late.
You fix her with a piercing glare. The woman remains every bit as cold and composed as she was the first time you met. What infuriates you even more is that she has achieved exactly what she sets out to do. Now she wears a smug expression, as though she's about to invite you to share the spoils of her victory. And you're no longer a collaborator in her scheme. She defeated you. You've lost your true companions and you are consumed with anger. What exactly have you done?
This little win pleases you.
You know, every time you try to bring yourself to her daughter, there's gonna be like huge consequences. Be sure. What? I'm running out of stamina, guys. What am I supposed to do? Should I end the stream now? No, I'm still saving this. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Do you think I'm not prepared? Eh? Why did I click the Oblivion pit? Is it me? Alright. Use
Keen for some action, aren't we? Very well. I shall bravely risk my life to keep you.
You force your way into the control room. Behind you, voices shout, and people try to stop you. Without looking back, you slap the door controls and lock them all outside. Then you face Isomer directly. Chief, calm down. The current situation is security concerns? Quit joking. The mania frequency spectrum from that chaos cube matches that of the undergrounds. If there really is a mole within the observation hub, then the prime suspect is Isomer. You received my report, yet instead of investigating the real suspect, you replaced the entire core team? Where is Lemma? Is she alone? Did you lock her up? Stroll tries to explain, but the person being questioned speaks first.
I knew it. You were the one who submitted that evidence against me. You had Summer keep tabs on me, testing me. I must admit, she did well. Just by staying close to me, she managed to gather that much information. That girl is indeed a genius. Who knows how she pulled it off? And you're good at putting geniuses to work, Chief. I thought I was careful enough around you, yet you still managed to blindside me. What a pain in the neck.
Cold, morose, and arrogant, the sight of her makes you sick. Blindsided you? Did I really? If those documents had been worth anything, you never would have walked away unscathed. Do you have undergrounders inside edge pulling strings for you too? Or does humanity's highest council actually favor ruthless opportunists like you? She sits in silence, studying your fury. For a long moment, she simply watches. Then, slowly, very, very slowly, she smiles.
Look at you. Right now, you remind me of Lambert, Laplace, and so many others.
What, Laplace from Rivers and
Every one of those brilliant minds wore that same frustrated look when I defeated them. It's almost pitiful. This anger will get you nothing. And all this just for some kids? Chief, even at this juncture, you're still looking out for others. It only makes you look more foolish.
Not just kids though. It's my daughter! Isomer! The unrestrained rage is futile yet delicious. It tears open just enough breathing room in the suffocating space. The angrier Chief becomes, the stronger Isomer twisted pleasure grows. Let's give him a treat.
I didn't do anything. Those geniuses were discarded by those who used them.
She stares at her accuser, a cruel smile curling at the corner of her mouth.
To conquer the unknown for humanity, they were fashioned into perfect tools. They possess neither common sense nor conventional ways of thinking. They see nothing but truth and knowledge. They're so brilliant and arrogant. And naturally, they fail to see what their patrons truly wanted from them. Nirvana kept BR-003 for the hypercubes. The Council and the city backed her because they wanted stronger catastrophe weapons. All the resources, funding, time, and political capital poured into that project. And look what she did with it in the end. Dimension? What even is that? What about practical applications? The return on investment? And she still had the nerve to act all superior. Once they're out of the lab, these so-called geniuses are no better than fools. She was finally about to give in. And then you went and gave her another push. Oh, Chief. You're too good at giving pep talks.
Stop twisting the facts. As a scientist, she dedicated herself to her research. As an Edge representative, she always chose the path that will serve humanity's fight against mania. Lemma never once failed to perform her duty. Those corrupt bastards conspired against her. They didn't even bother coming up with some rational or scientific justification. They simply tore her down with their dirty tricks. This isn't over yet, but that's not why I came here.
Then why are you here? To congratulate me? You never thought I deserved this position. You think cunning, ambitious strategists are inferior to those brilliant, idealistic geniuses.
Stop putting words in my mouth. I never said that, and neither did Lemma. You step forward and slam both hands on the desk, leaning in to glare at Isomer. She's always seen you as a genius.
I'm extremely selective when it comes to my team. I've read every single paper she's published, from her days in academia, to her work on the Black Ring Project, to the years she spent leading her own research team as a professor. That woman was once a remarkable scholar. She's well-rounded, objective, rigorous, and imaginative. She had a particular talent for synthesizing theories, integrating dissimilar ideas, and identifying new avenues for breakthroughs. Her experimental work was impeccable as well. Isomer's accomplishments are truly outstanding. Otherwise, 02 would never have handpicked her. I was impressed by those papers. The author was clearly intelligent, passionate, and committed to her work. That's the most valuable type of researcher. If only that old fool Lambert hadn't held her back for so many years.
You are an exception in the Black Ring projects. The elite there looked down on your ordinary background. They exploited your talent, but they also fear it. They use every trick to undermine you. You never had a chance to rise. Finally, in NF-104, Nirvana took the super loop communication system you'd improved to create the Inner Bay mining disaster. Then a Black Ring erupted unexpectedly, and once again, you became the scapegoat. After that, you were placed on leave and underwent treatment, removed from all frontline work. For 9 years, you produced nothing. Tell me, Isomer, how much of that was because they pushed you aside? And how much was because you couldn't bear knowing the technology you had created to make the world safer had been used to kill?
What was she thinking? If she realized she'd gone down the wrong path, she could have changed course. If people were misusing her research, she should have fought them for it. Didn't she become the director? Which means she has more power than ever. She could have done so much more, gone so much further. But is that position cursed or something? Does it corrupt everyone who takes it? Her research has stagnated, and all she cares about now is petty politics. She even had the nerve to tell me that it's because she's not as talented as we are. What a ridiculous excuse!
To Lemma, talent is never a competition. She never felt inferior to Summer, nor has she ever looked down on you. She sees all of you as scholars making contribution to humanity. She believes all talent should be directed where it's most needed. She's always hoped you could come back to your role as a researcher, back to that path reserved for a true scientist. Isomer closes her eyes, but the memories still stare.
I don't care how you treat me. That's irrelevant to science, to humanity. But take a good look at yourself. What have you become? You're even more pathetic than that idiot Summer. A genius's mind should be devoted to the pursuit of truth and knowledge. It's a gift to all humanity. And look what you've wasted yours on.
It's still so suffocating.
Me? A fellow genius? No. The gap between people like us and true geniuses is far greater than you can imagine. But none of that matters anymore.
Isomer looks up. Stroll is here. No matter how their form or attitude changes, this device serves only Edge, only a certain representative. She knows this. But here, now, none of that matters anymore. Isomer speaks.
Regarding the replacement of Edge-07, security risks and cooperation issues were certainly factors, but they accounted for less than 30% of the decision. The real reason is the self-reformation of the genius system.
The genius system? He looks at you. The turbulent emotion from before seems to have faded completely. Her voice tepid as still water.
Objectively speaking, geniuses are merely superior specimens within humanity. They are efficient decision-making units society requires. The exceptions our civilization relies on to solve all unknowns. But their traits aren't dominant enough. They're rare, and the screening and nurturing of these individuals are extremely difficult. Traditional society glorified science and encouraged generations of people to enter the funnel. The education system then sifted them through layer after layer of selection, directing resources toward those deemed most promising. And after all that, it produced only a handful of geniuses. The results were inconsistent, resources were misallocated, and the overall efficiency was abysmal. And now, that system has decayed even further. Academia no longer cultivates talent. It's become breeding grounds for corruption. Society no longer values knowledge. Money and fame are what people are after now. Look at the world outside. The disasters keep escalating. City-states grow more competitive with each other, and civilization's demand for geniuses only climbs higher. Edge is desperately looking for a more efficient way to secure that resource. And that's when the most brilliant scientists stepped in.
Genius worship is nothing more than a romanticized notion born of scarcity. Much like the way
Is that Zero
financial
to
markets
voice?
chase high-performance chips. Though I suppose such mystification could be a rational adaptation for a society still in its earlier stages of development. But we do need to tackle the scarcity issue. We can't optimize every stage of the pipeline just yet, but perhaps we can expand the base pool through other means and create a more refined environment where we can improve the efficiency of the screening and cultivation cycle.
That genius found a way to manufacture geniuses. She studied Mania's effects on consciousness and leveraged the authority of her position. She was able to screen for high-intelligence individuals who met her criteria on a far larger scale, and through far more rational and stable means.
Heterogeneous Trial 0.1 Initial screening of all newborns based on adaptability and basic traits. Scope centered around Banyan Medical College Hospital, covering East Side, West District, and DCT satellite towns. 0.1.4 Sampling groups expanded to include ages 4, 8, and 12. Preliminary assessment. Newborn screening still yields the highest pass rate across all sampling groups. 0.2.1 Current test metric focus on intelligence, environmental adaptability, physical capacity, and mania tolerance. Additional metric added: behavioral compliance assessment. 0.3.4 Exceptional candidates approved through final review will be permitted direct entry to Paradisos. Special files will be created for unselected final review candidates to facilitate long-term monitoring and follow-up. If they pass subsequent tests, they may still be chosen for the cultivation program.
The critical window is puberty, when the specimens are highly malleable, passionate, impulsive, and impressionable. More importantly, the new model allows for effective control of the cultivation cycle. The costs of screening, maintenance, and replacement can all be greatly reduced.
So they are really a part of experiment.
We're currently in a transitional phase, so some degree of socialization needs to be preserved.
Why her voice is so soothing
I
though?
suggest assigning families to the earlier batches. My thanks in advance to all departments for their cooperation. That sinner named Summer has greatly inspired me as well. Shall we pursue a new experiment in the future?
Oh, why it sounds so ASMR?
Yes. If this batch fails to meet our expectations, it can simply be replaced. It'll also be a good opportunity to reassess the handover process. There's no need to trouble ourselves over it.
This is a tremendous scientific breakthrough. Once the process is proven viable, talent will no longer be in shortage. It will become a stable, replaceable, high-quality resource that can be rationally allocated. Humanity should celebrate this achievement.
Why? Because it sounds cunning. In the pitch-black room, darkness is strangling every throat, mocking the anger of those who still dare to hope.
They were never seen as treasures to begin with, Chief.
You stand speechless, frozen to the core. That girl who takes such pride in her gift, the scholar who swore to live up to the genius title, that child who worked so hard to catch up to those who came before her. Somewhere beyond your sight at this very moment, someone has just given her a careless push, shattering her completely. A star shining so brightly, yet made of something so deeply fragile. Lemma. She doesn't know yet, does she? What about you? After you've learned about all this, how do you feel about those children now? How does she feel? The question catches Isomer off guard.
So, how do you feel now, Isomer? The word talent has always made you feel inferior and inadequate. Are you finally relieved?
At last, she lets out a long-held breath.
I'll answer one more question for you, Chief. You and I do share a special connection. The BR-002 eruption in NF-104 dealt me a devastating blow. I was demoted and expelled from frontline work. For a long time afterward, I couldn't face my research again. My thoughts were clouded by regret and anxiety. So, 9 years later, when the remaining half of the corpus returned to Drifter Camp, and the Black Ring's shadow loomed once more, it felt like fate. My mind cleared up again. Yet my first thought was no longer how to fight the disaster or save lives. I worked tirelessly, designing the defense zone, but it was not out of any noble ideal. The moment the secondary eruption of the West District Black Ring happened, I felt no grief. Only relief. Joy, even. I thought, now they'd all see how wrong Lambert had been. I could climb higher over his dead body. I would become the next director.
You need to say something, but what? Your mind has gone blank. She catches the struggles written across your face. She smiles faintly and spares you the trouble.
So you shouldn't feel torn, Chief. You don't need to trust me. Even if I weren't serving the Silage Society, you and I could never walk the same path again.
Even if I weren't serving, so you are serving then. Isomer rises to her feet.
The report you filed against me wasn't ignored. Edge reviewed it carefully. They investigated me thoroughly, fairly, and without bias.
The control room doors open. She puts on her coat and walks out.
I'm not the spy who sabotaged the hub. I would never have left behind such obvious traces that could destroy my career.
All the dark, chaotic emotions are sealed away once more, locked into that cold, rigid cube in her hand.
But I do have one more piece of information for you. The Silage Society that you're investigating might be closer than you think.
She stops before you and offers one last quiet remark.
Think about it. Someone who has climbed to the top as I have who holds that much information, who has the means to help you come after me. Do you really think a person like that can keep their hands clean?
Wait, what? Is it Celine? No! You snap back to awareness and reach out to stop her. Wait! Explain! The moment passes, the people waiting outside flood into the room, and any chance for further conversation vanish. At the same time, your comms device vibrates. Another shocking post has just appeared on that academic expose forum you've been monitoring. A single glance at the headline leaves you stunned. This is...
You'd better hurry back. Don't let outsiders get hold of the evidence first and drag you down with it. Find out who the mole is, the one who let the underground into the Black Ring. I'll continue helping you best I can. After all, this is my hub now. And going forward, I'll need it to secure my place in Edge to fight for humanity.
The scandal they don't want you to know about. The College of Humanity's hidden hand. Ta-da! Fresh scoop time. So, United Youth Humanities Journal, United Humanities Society, has been receiving massive donation from Nirvana. Oh, I wonder why. Let's see what's worth all that money. May features mass disorder. How should the new West District be governed? On the erosion of the city's security structured by Grey Industries. A donation of 10 million Discoin was received 5 days after publications, and Voices of the Rebel in the latest volume of the series Rust and Blood, tracing the origins of the Syndicate riots. Oh, hot off the press. Isn't that the one that is the new book? Now, let me check who authored this new book. Who could it be? Well, she is... The door of the dark chamber is suddenly smashed open. The sheriff bursts in and shouts with his gun raised.
Hands up! Oh.
Ugh.
What kind of hellhole is this?
The room is barely 30 square meters in size, yet it is crammed with computers stacked 3 meters high, forming a crooked makeshift wall. None are powered on. Pitch black screens stare like hollow eyes at the intruder. The whole must resemble some grotesque creature, reeking of old plastic and corroded metal. The sheriff waves away the dust swirling before him and tiptoes toward one of the strange computers. A few quick keystrokes and a lengthy list instantly pops up on the screen. Countless commissions for ghost-written papers, forged experimental data, and leaked exam questions spanning every academic discipline. Worse still, the client list runs for several pages, each name paired with matching transaction records, a clear damning ledger of academic fraud involving dozens if not hundreds of elite students. This is precisely the criminal evidence he came for. After confirming several untouchable surnames are indeed on the list, the sheriff deletes them with trembling hands. His real mission finally complete, he breathes a sigh of relief.
To think that even United University has been tainted by vermin like this. Yeah, these lowlifes should never have been given any opportunities. A stain on academia will sooner or later become a threat to society. Who's there? You.
He whips the gun around. In the shadow, there is nothing but the stack of decrepit second-hand monitors. No one. No, something's wrong. The sheriff shudders. He clearly sees one of those square monitors begin to tremble. It's giggling.
You got me.
What a freak. Knew it was some crazy kid. Hands up! You're charged with spreading rumors, defamation, inciting public panic, and undermining the sacred education system of this city. You're under arrest. Do not resist.
The computer head laughs even harder.
Me? Crazy.
rumors, defamation, and undermining the sacred education system of this city. Are you sure?
Her screen flickers violently, grotesque facial expression flashing across it quickly. Pixel body begins writhing as she shrieks with laughter.
Who's the crazy one here? The people faking research? The ones profiting from predatory student loans? The scammers exploiting science for money? And what about those who wrap themselves in academic authority while inventing new ways to kill and bury the truth? Aren't they crazier than I am? No one is really that crazy. They're all perfectly normal. And a humble outsider like me is just doing my part for this city's sacred education system.
Her laughter erupts into a piercing screech. The sheriff's body jerks and he fires. Several bullets strike Pixel. One shatters the upper right corner of the monitor screen and it goes black. Her laugh stops and her dance freezes. Her entire body becomes as still as a statue. Then the statue melts rapidly, forming a shapeless, glue-like puddle on the floor. This isn't a human. It's just a 3D printed monster? A sinner? But Pixel is from underground, but there's no time to report it. From outside, through the door gap, the poor sheriff hears some rustling noise. Numerous shadows slip into the room. Drawn by the commotion, they've stumbled upon a decent snack.
What the? What did you do? Don't come any closer! No!
What follows is like a scene taken out of cliché splatter horror film. One after another, the monitors are smashed to pieces, and new screens flicker to life in their place. Finally, Pixel face fills the entire room. Her fluorescent gaze baits everything in cold light. Every computer head in the room erupts in laughter, applauding the madness, celebrating the filth. Betray and be betrayed. This magnificent spectacle deserves nothing less than the highest performance art award.
Let the false brilliance explode! Let the rotten reason collapse! And you're all of you! Sacred halls of academia? Blue firmament? So filthy! Every last one of you is rotten to the core!
Crush them all!
Enjoy the relic.
Listen to its whispers.
Crush them all!
The storm is here.
Enjoy the release. Enjoy the release. Pulse radiation. Engage.
Storm is here.
Oh, are we gonna find the truth? Late at night, at the central library. A car pulls up quietly at the entrance. A woman steps out and passes the security scan. The door opens. Alone, she climbs the white stone steps, enters the silent corridors, and makes her way deep inside, towards that familiar window. Celine has just returned from a private banquet in Paradisos. She's on the phone with someone.
You're giving me too much credit. My words certainly don't wield that kind of influence. It's all simply the natural course of the times. Yes, that's right. And thank you for your support as well. I still have some work to wrap up here. We'll be in touch.
Finally, it's over. Celine retrieves her book, picks up her pen, and prepares to record the day's findings. Just then, she senses something unfamiliar. In the silence of the night, she is not alone in the library. She smiles faintly, tidies her things, and settles into her seat.
I can sense it through the shackles. Come on out, Chief. Come sit with me. You came here alone at this hour. It must be something quite important, I imagine.
She says her greeting toward the shadowy corner. So you come out, stopping roughly 7 steps in front of her. Someone suspects you are a spy sent to infiltrate BR-003. You had 2 lines of contact. You reached out to Lemma early on and later to me. Combined with the exceptionally high clearance you already held, if that really was your plan, you certainly had the means to carry it out. So I reported it. But the investigation ruled out that possibility. Someone higher up vouched for you. The evidence that person provided was apparently more convincing. It proved you weren't working for the underground. The sound of flowing water dissolved the icy air. The atmosphere seems to ease up a little. Yet the visitor face is still hidden in the shadows. But then I found this. You toss several books onto the long desk between you. They slide across the polished surface, 3 hardcovers and 1 printed manuscript. The light is dim, but Celine sees it clearly. A book series titled Rust and Blood, tracing the origin of the Syndicate riots. The cover image is set against a ruin near the rust. A mobster grips a mania weapon, bloodshot eyes staring viciously into the camera. The hatred and madness feel almost visceral, jarring. Even more jarring is the weighty outer byline, United Humanities Society. You stop beating around the bush. Did you write these books? I have a new book coming out, and it urgently needs proofreading. This is the book you were talking about?
I did compile it.
Why? This book presents itself as an objective academic analysis, but every line is designed to persuade the reader of something. It deliberately magnifies Rustfire violence while glossing over their hardship and determination. It also cites a lot of sources to frame the mining disaster as an unfortunate accident. It emphasizes Nirvana's apology, portraying the corporation as the innocent victim. And in the end, it points toward the resistance against the current mine development. What kind of conclusion are you trying to draw? A chronicle cannot possibly be ignorant of the truth. How could you write something like this? She remains in her usual spot, leisurely flipping through those books while responding to your question patiently, just like before. She won't even use the name West District.
Because people still need it. My research may not directly advance society the way Lemma's does, but my field has its own strengths. News, commentary, literature, and even these historical writings of mine. They are all crafts in their own right. Our specialty lies in presenting ideas, shaping narratives through writing and multimedia, and ensuring they reach as many people as possible.
Her hand glides over that truth-distorting cover photo, tapping it twice approvingly.
See, truth isn't simply recorded and unearthed. It can also be subtly reshaped through our work, quietly remolding how people perceive the world. That's an ability modern society needs now more than ever. That's precisely why, while the College of Humanities may not enjoy the spotlight the way the College of Science does, we still receive steady funding from a variety of sources. My sponsor likely entrusted this project to me because they found my writing rich in detail, emotionally compelling, and persuasive. And I've cultivated quite a respectable reputation too. Noble, dignified, dedicated to scholarship. I've always been careful not to leave traces that might tarnish that image. That makes readers far more inclined to trust me. After all, My sponsor prefers to keep this deal discreet.
Discreet. The whistleblower who exposed all this had her account banned. Both the Public Security Bureau and the Underground raided her home. Were you aware of that?
I am aware now. Thank you for telling me.
Was it Sibylla? Is he talking about Sibylla?
That student has a really unique perspective. I check her
Oh,
site
it's not.
often,
Oh, Pixel.
and I've always worried about her. Getting that deep into sensitive topics and being so blunt about them, it's only a matter of time before she catches attention. From a lot of people.
For example, your sponsor?
No need. Not worth it. And don't worry, Pixel's been through this before. She knows who's behind it, and she'll get out of it.
You seem to know your sponsors quite well. You must have worked with them far longer and far more closely than you ever did with me. Do tell me more then. Out of the 4 latest Black Ring Ruin incidents, the BR-002 mine was hit the hardest, with an ever-growing casualty count. The Underground had no motive to do this. It served none of their core interests, but damage to Rustfire does benefit another group. What's the connection between your sponsor and the Silage Society?
I can't disclose that. For now, I still need their trust.
Trust? The word spoken aloud feels laughable. You yourself are laughable too, perhaps. You once said,
But for me, the greatest reward was crossing that divide between East and West. Walking down streets I'd only ever seen in photographs. Meeting the people who actually live there. At first, they were wary of a Paradiso scholar like me, and curious too. But by the end of each conversation, every one of them shook my hand.
you knew the truth wasn't like what you wrote in your book. You went there yourself. You met the people. You saw it with your own eyes how much they sacrificed for that mine. You experienced it firsthand.
Words, in the end, can only hold fragments. The real history has settled into every brick and stone of West District. Into the people whose lives are woven into that place. When they opened their hearts to me, that's when I truly saw the marks time had left behind, and the light still shining through them too.
And what about their trust? Did it mean so little to you that you could simply throw it away? Did you get me to connect you with West District so you could keep working on this pack of lies you call your book? Some questions answer themselves the moment you ask them. Whatever she says no longer matters. Yet she still meets your eyes, still smiling and answer anyway.
Yes, thank you for setting that up. I had to gather rich, authentic details, which I could then filter, refine, and reassemble. That's how I instill credibility in my works.
A deadly silence fills the library. Only the high-mounted clock's pendulum tick in the stillness. Now, in the quiet of the night, you finally hear it. The clocks are out of sync. Their chimes narrowly miss each other. The discordant sounds making you uneasy. Why? Celine watches you, the night melting into her deep blue eyes.
To climb the ladder of the system. To penetrate the deeper hidden layers. My pen bought me entry into their world.
She gently turns the pages in her hands.
Generations of chroniclers inherited the pages left behind by those before them. They did all they could to record history and the times they lived in, piecing together fragments of truth, then passing it forward. And to obtain this precious fruit, one must always pay a price. And so my predecessors staked their wealth, reputation, information, and time. Some even wagered their freedom and lives. I've inherited many invaluable findings, but I've also witnessed a frustrating truth. Even after sacrificing so much, they never received the rewards they deserved.
Why?
Because they couldn't let go of their conscience, Chief. Truth isn't locked away in ivory towers, nor does it rest solely in virtuous hands. It's woven into every corner of society.
You once told me that one must see clearly that what one wants in order to move forward. I understand what you want now, but Celine, isn't there a line you want to cross? This entire series was written to pressure the mind workers into backing down. You are twisting their persistence into something else. You are just recording history. You are tainting it.
An era shapes its chroniclers. To record the truth, you must breathe it. So I traded away a few principles in exchange for some admission tickets. The same way I borrowed your precious trust to gain entry into West District. I've indeed gained a lot. I'll need some time to sort through it all.
He looks at you and smiles. The night you realize is cold. Days you find yourself with nothing left to say. One last question. What about Linda? Does she know? Celine's smile deepens.
She's my chosen successor. Sooner or later, she'll walk the same path. Chief, our deal is still valid. Don't forget that.
She sets down the book, rises and walks toward you.
The Silage Society and the Underground, right? The truth you're looking for may come to light very soon. So, will you wait for me just a little longer?
Celine Fabius stops before you and looks up with a smile. She's waiting as if she's just posed a question to a student, or daring an opponent to make the next move. You don't actually need to give her a response. She's most likely unrelated to the League. And the two of you will probably never walk the same path again. But perhaps this moment is exactly why you came to meet her tonight. We can wait. No, it's no longer necessary. Since the moment I decided to face the Black Rings head-on, I've had to rely on the help of the brightest minds, and there was a time when I truly needed all of you. Like many in this city, we believe in logic and reason, the fruit of our civilization. We also believe in those who have reached the pinnacle of rationality, who dedicate themselves to the pursuit of truth and knowledge. Just as I believe humanity can overcome mania, I want to believe in all of you. But rationality seems more complicated than I thought. People like you, who stand at its pinnacle, are far beyond my reach. I can't see you clearly anymore, and I don't have the strength to keep trying. The Battle of BR-003 isn't over yet. I'm accountable to the people I've made promises to, and I need to eliminate every risk. Until this all comes to an end, until you tell me the truth, I won't be telling you anything more. I won't treat you as an enemy, not until I have solid evidence. But I won't regard you as a friend anymore either. The toughest battlefield still lies ahead. I can't rely on someone I don't trust. Celine stares at you intently. For a moment you can't tell whether the expression on her face is smile or something else. Then you hear her speak softly.
It's all right, Chief. You were too kind to me before. Let's take this chance to get to know each other all over again. Look at me. See right through me. I much prefer the way you look at me now. The history I record can only reach the truth through eyes like yours.
She raises her hand and touches your eyes, as if also touching what they scrutinize herself. She sees the guests out and shut out all the noise. It's time to focus on her research. As the library begins its closing procedure, she prepares to return to the silence of history. Yet, footsteps echo through the empty library once more. Celine recognizes whose footsteps these are. She lifts her head and recovers her smile.
What brings you here? Your thesis has been accepted. You don't need to burn the midnight oil anymore. You should be getting some proper rest.
Who? Linda? Oh, see you, Julian.
Or did you come to celebrate with me? Professor.
Linda's face has never seemed so somber.
What happened?
When you are back at the bureau, it's still well before dawn. Wait, seriously, we are like all-nighter. You see a small shadow outside the main gate. Before going to meet Celine, you ordered it to stay behind and forbade it from following. So it waited at the gate until now. Oh, it's like a good doggy. Are you monitoring me? You have not taken any alarming actions. There is no need for surveillance. You say nothing and simply walk past it, entering through the main gate. Stroll follows. However, based on past experience, your current reaction is rather unusual. I believe you did not obtain the answer you wanted from Professor Fabius. That's why you are wandering around alone at night. Based on past experience and online research, this may be defined as loneliness. I believe you may need a companion. You stop and turn back to look at it. It's still the same dull black body, except now there's a scar on it. Seeing you turn around, it pauses for a moment. Did I misjudge? Do I need to be recalibrated? No, you don't. But now I might take an alarming action. Please state your request. I will assess it. Let me contact Lemma. Calculation completed. Result: this is a high-risk action. Proceed with caution. For some reason, even though it's still using the same brainwave communication, you can feel the signals becoming heavier. Follow me.
A victory worth celebrating. It seems we make a good team.
At this point, we don't really know who to trust anymore. Okay, I'm gonna do one more here and I'm gonna stop. I think it's a good time to stop after that.
Don't touch the pollutant. Keep up.
I think there's gonna be some good cliffhanger. Isomer detest memories. They are omnipresent.
Your paper on deep mania resonance was praised by someone important. She wants you to join the observation hub, specifically the Super Loop Communication Research Group. I said yes. Consider this a great opportunity. Start preparing the report for the group meeting. Edge will be sending representatives. I'll deliver the presentation and you'll back me up. Make sure we have more than enough content. And don't make me lose face in front of those kids.
Wow, this is like the same pathetic Lambert at the beginning. Who are you to take my spot? You've only published one paper. In terms of seniority, publication, and connection, it should have been me. I've been with the professor longer. I should have been the one to say. Wait, who? I never seen this silhouette before. Oh, I thought this one is like a hat. But it's this thing. Genius this, genius that. Just wait. One day you will get kicked down too. Just you wait.
Those subjects were so boring. My dimensional singularity theory is way more exciting. Oh, there's also mania matter conversion and energy utilization enhancement. That's right, just like Prometheus, who stole the fire.
You know what? I started thinking that this is Barry and this is Anya. They looks like similar.
What? Even you don't get it? Oh, well.
I read all your papers. Finished them in one night. Oh, nothing impressive about that. I just breezed through them. I even drafted several improvement proposals. Have a look and see if you agree.
No. This is gonna be the last scene. After that, I'm gonna continue tomorrow.
What? You forgot? But these were your projects back before you graduated, right? Don't tell me you've gotten worse over the years.
I think this is gonna be like worth 1 or 2 hours left, and it's just already really late.
What on earth are you doing, Isomer?
Isomer opens her eyes. 31 May NF116. A black pyramid appears before her. It's jet black with no numbers marked on it. Yet Isomer recognizes it instantly like a brainwave connections.
It's you.
Yes, I've come to collect what you promised during your interrogations. I think we both know your collaboration with them will reward you with valuable intelligence. You serve only yourself and you're quite good at it. You've been sharing the progress of H-dimensional technology with the Silage Society. You must have gained quite a few things in return.
Of course. Is this what you want?
She raises her hand, summoning that chaos cube. This time, its contents shake a little, reflecting several ominous red lines. A fine wicker-like pattern written with him. Sage power. So you really did make contact with their fourth member. Faint streams of light ripple across Stroll's jet black surface, sweeping over Isomer's cube. It's running an in-depth analysis. Soon the other person reaches a preliminary conclusion. It still retains some features of organic blood, but the purity of the mania is high. Based on past cases, this type of gift either leads to death or the birth of powerful sinners. But your M value remains within a safe range.
I spent 6 months analyzing it, integrating every anti-mania theory the kids developed and testing them one by one. In the end, I managed to produce a new model. One that restricts mania leakage while retaining part of the resonance and its ability to attack and defend. The underlying structure is still chaotic, but I've managed to bring it to a degree of stability.
Impressive results. Last time when tracking the underground puppets and rescuing SHP-13, you used the power of this resonance to complete the inverse analysis as well, correct?
Yes. I've already deciphered the power code of one of the underground sages. There is only one problem. When this power was bestowed upon me, it had bound itself to my consciousness. None of the other Edge geniuses can inherit it, steal it, or analyze it. In other words, I am the sole possessor of this technology. I am irreplaceable. So, what will you do now, ma'am?
What will I do? The pyramid vibrates slightly, as if laughing. I'll be proud of you, of course, Isomer. Your talent is undeniable. Don't worry, I don't intend to make an issue of your relationship with Silage, and I won't put you in a difficult position. I know you weren't the one who leaked BR-003 secrets. I already know who the real culprit is. The method, motive, and scope of damage have all been assessed. Initial measures have been taken. I just didn't expect to discover more secrets within the little secrets of those kids. Isomer's brow furrows instinctively.
What do you mean?
No need to concern yourself with that. We will handle it. What you need to do is continue driving the research forward and deliver results. I will see that you are rewarded accordingly. For example, tell me, what is it that you want right now?
Me? I want to join the Ring Research Institute. If possible, I'd like to work under Professor Lambert. I want to crack the mania problem and fight against the disasters on the front line.
Why? Why Barry though?
I know I haven't achieved enough yet, but I still want to be a scientist. What I want has never changed. Give me that vacant edge seat. Authority is the only thing I want. As for the projects and data left behind by the former 07, I can't carry them on, nor do I care to.
She turns her gaze towards the black by Firmament.
Why don't you come? The amount of data is massive, and it involves highly classified material, such as Edge's core security intelligence.
Too much.
Even the most secure conventional transfer methods carry a risk of leaks or interception. I'd suggest you come in person.
You want me to leave Paradisos? Come to a location that's already suffered enemy attacks and expose myself to danger?
Yes. Weigh the risks, ma'am. If you don't retrieve this data, it remains in danger all the same.
Persuasive as always. Who are you working for right now, Summer? It rises slightly higher, hovering above, scanning, scrutinizing. Summer doesn't flinch. She approaches it.
I work for myself. But what about you? All your scheming, all your calculations? It's all because you covet Lemma's unexpected breakthrough, isn't it? Edge 02.
She speaks firmly, without a hint of hesitation, completely convinced by her own words. What I covet? You will find out eventually. For now, let's work together to get you what you want. I accept your proposal. We will meet at the observation hub on the agreed date, Summer. Central Library Mate 31. The third day after its closure. Celine Fabius reclines in a curved chair by the window. Memories surge through rapidly in her chronicler mind, while her pen races across the page to record them as fast as possible. In NF-33, Keelan died. The Metropoles intensified their infiltration of this city, and what had begun as control and development gradually evolved into outright enslavement. In the long era of chaos that followed, rumors of miracles and superhumans spread through the city. The Chronicles cannot determine whether these rumors were truly connected to the underground, because both sinners and mania were taboo subjects during that period. Moreover, verifiable records of sinners were not confined to this city, but scattered across a fractured world divided by the disasters.
My thesis was submitted and published. I went to the academic forum. I practiced so many times, explained every aspect of my industrial history research, and even brought up the sensitive parts about Nirvana and West District. I had so many questions I wanted to ask. History's full of regrets and lessons, but there's plenty we can take away from it. Shouldn't we think about where to go next? But it seemed like nobody cared.
According to the chronicler's records, verifiable accounts of the underground in the early history are exceedingly rare. In F-68, the City Independence Army seized a weapon or technology from the underground at the site of a mysterious ritual. Within the city, this technology became known as Reaper. It has since been confirmed that it was adapted from the underground advanced mania sorcery. Remnant of the metropoles developed another weapons or technology of their own. Today, this technology is widely known as Fraser Aurum Secretum. The metropoles eventually fell. Fraser's reacquisition of this technology bore direct ties to the underground, thus retroactively linking this historical record to the organizations.
The audience wasn't really paying attention. Many people left halfway through. No one cared to ask questions. They were far more curious about gossip of the big families or Paradiso's conspiracy theories. There was a way larger crowd at the Phantom Entertainment promotional event. Professor, I passed my thesis defense so easily. Was that because the school didn't care either?
Aww.
I want to do something meaningful. I don't care about money or fame. I guess I'm not even scared of getting attacked. It'd be kind of an honor, really. And I've actually practiced how to run away quickly. But the truth I worked so hard to restore is just going to rot away in some library archive. It seems like it doesn't benefit the city in any way. Did I get it all wrong? This thing I spent so much time researching, is it really what people need? Or is it just a product of pedantry in the ivory tower? Nothing but self-indulgent entertainment? Maybe I should try something else. Find a more stable life. Go to the West District, join the executive committee, or just be a teacher.
By NF-84, the Mania crisis erupted on a massive scale, and the underground was becoming increasingly active. It was during this period that the organization established the doctrine still recognized today, Mania Insurrectionism. Over the decades that followed, they openly and covertly orchestrated more than 100 documented Mania incidents. Through their activity wax and wane, their objective never changed.
I'm sorry, Professor. You've put in so much work and handed me such important material. You even said when I graduated, you wanted to pass your research on to me. But I don't know if history still has any value in today's city.
Linda?
She calls out instinctively, then looks up, only to realize there's no one there.
I'm afraid I can't pass it on for you. I'm sorry.
She finally stops, letting out a long sigh. The origins of Rancor and Aurum Secretum have been confirmed. The Dark Web, on the other hand, emerged sometime after the city independence. The exact time still unknown. According to the 9 agency files under the influence of a deserter from the underground, BR-002 became the first document that artificially catalyzed Black Ring. As for the Mania weapon rumored to have been created by the laboratory of Parma, its underlying technology was long believed to have originated from Summer, but has since been confirmed that the true source was someone else. In NF-111, it was sold to Parma by Laplace of the Research Institute.
They even call these things technology. In that case...
Technological breakthrough always reshape organization and the way people operate. There must be traces hidden in the corners of history. According to the newly acquired rumors, even before NF-111, certain groups operating in West District had already
found you.
Organizations affiliated with the Silage Society. Transaction record for Mania weapon raw materials during NF-103 through 108.
What's this?
What? The latest technology leak from the Ring Research Institute. The source is once again the Institute's most renowned genius, Summer. This transaction existed in the past and it continues today. Another new technology, another new agent. No, wait, that's not right. The timeline doesn't add up. From outside the window comes the sharp noise of collisions, shrill and relentless, like the cries of caged birds kept in the dark. No, those are indeed bird cries. Celine looks up. A bird has flown into the library, only to be caught by the net she installed, shredded into numerous small squares.
Well, that's...
Has she been a little too aggressive? You are led into an unmarked, low-profile vehicle. The interior is completely covered and sealed. Not even the current time is displayed. It travels in almost complete silence. The vehicle stops at last in a deserted clearing. You step out. The sky is utterly dark. You can barely make out some straight-line silhouette. You are made to walk along walls from time to time, unable to see the sky or hear any voices. Only your own footsteps echo back, as though you've entered a vast forest of derelict buildings. You gently grip Stroll, letting it guide you forward. After some time, it stops. A door creaks open. You step into darkness once again. The door swings shut behind you. Then the lights comes on. Oh! You are brought into an empty room. The first thing you see is another pyramid hovering at the center, a ring suspended from its base. What's this? The former H-07 Stroll. It is under investigation along with her. Lemma Herfes has been put under special confinement due to the sensitive nature of her position. I cannot bypass the rules to help you reach her. Her Stroll has also been formatted, and its decoration have been removed. Oh yeah, where's the keychain? However, Keelan 2 is still connected to the brainwave communication channels of several researchers at the hub. At your request, Chief, I can activate them using a special method. Thank you. Can you confirm this is all confidential? Lemma Horsfeld has lost her permission, but you are not affected. You are still in charge of BR-003 security, so you have full authority to question the suspect. Under special circumstances such as an unstable connections, the data I record can be stored locally for 48 hours before a delayed upload. During this period, your action will not be synced to Edge. Will that work? I'm surprised we can do that. That's more than enough. Connect me. You finally hear their voices.
Director Isomer hasn't come back. She seems very busy. Dinner was delivered quite late too, and no one really had much of an appetite.
Lemma was taken somewhere else. They said it's because her position is special, that she knows more sensitive information.
Sarah tries her best to update you on the situation, but still terrified she struggles to form sentences.
We're the only ones still locked in the quarters. They haven't told us when they'll let us go. They already took all our data and access, but no one explained the situation to us.
Anya has lost her usual energy. She curled up, voice trembling.
What will Edge say to Mom and Dad? Did we fail to meet the expectations? Was it because the verification experiment failed? Do they think we're too incompetent? But... Don't say that. We're the best at what we do. We've accomplished so much. Edge needs us. There's no way we'll...
She finally breaks down and begins crying.
What do we do? I'm so scared.
You remain silent. All you can do is listen to their muffled sobbing through the channel. You can even hand them a tissue. But then you hear the sound of someone drawing tissues from a box. Barry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Chief.
Have you kept the CDs? The Fanuel ones?
They were all confiscated.
But you remember how the songs go, don't you? You are all huge fans of Fanuel. You even went to her live events.
I know all of her songs.
Sing them for everyone then. Oh, interesting. I think I know why I don't trust Barry. Is his VA. He usually voices double agents or traitor. Oh, really? She's a star who carries your love and hope. An idol who works tirelessly to shine bright on stage and bring smiles to your faces. Even now, I'm sure she can give you strength.
I understand what you mean. They're all friends I cherish. We're always together, whether we're working on our research or cheering for our favorite idol. I'll try my best to support everyone.
Okay, if he can sing, then most likely he's not the double agent. The other end of the line falls silent for a few seconds. Then, a soft breath without any accompaniment, Barry taps the beat along the edge of the desk. In time with the monotonous noise from the ventilation duct, his lower trembling voice comes through. At first, Barry sings alone softly. When he reaches the chorus, Sarah is the first to join in with her hoarse voice. Then another faint voice chimes in from the other side.
Yes, I know how to sing Fanuel's songs.
Yes, there are songs that send people love and courage.
I'm listening too. I know them too.
Their voices gradually harmonize. There's no music in the background. No loudspeakers, only the youthful determination of these teenagers dreaming of getting back on their feet once again. You're going to be okay. It's not time to give up yet. None of us should give up. Another channel comes through from the MBCC, brazenly cutting into your conversations, or perhaps someone let it in. You hear a familiar voice.
I've been waiting for you forever, Chief. I mean, what kind of protagonist shows up late all the time?
My bad. Good thing you're here, Summer. You've become so mature and reliable now.
Well, I need to make sure we're on the same page before taking action. And believe me when I say I've been holding myself back for a long time. You took your time. You'd better have a plan ready, huh?
Of course, there are certain things I can't pull off without you. Please tell Lemma. Pull yourself together, genius. People are still counting on you. The call ends. Have you made all the necessary arrangements? Yes. Now leave the rest to me. You look at your comms device. A new notification from the observation hub. Schedule update, highly classified. May 31 at 1:16 p.m. A top security level experiment will be conducted. Security measures are as follows. Seeing your focused gaze, Stroll seems to have reached its conclusions. I will arrange your return immediately. The vehicle will arrive in 10 minutes. One last question. Are we not gonna question about this piano? You turn back to look at the eerily empty and spacious room. Oh, finally, thank God, we're gonna bring this thing. There is nothing in the room. Sharp edges cut straight through gray surfaces, or perhaps the walls used to be white, but after years of neglect, they now look gray in poor lighting. It's completely empty, except for that piano, pristine as if untouched by time, yet silent like a wordless sage. Staring at it, you could almost hear the notes, almost feel a strange sense of familiarity from it. Where are we? Whose room is this? That piano. Eventually you will know, but not yet. Oh, come on! You're gonna be kidding me. The black pyramid drifts slowly, dim light flowing across its flat surface. It illuminates the grayish white space, casts its glows upon you, and seems to bring forth the presence of a stranger. Who are you? I'm the assistance you need. Time is running short, Chief. Hurry up and do what you believe is right. A tsunami is coming. Before it crashes on the shore, you must find your path, the one you truly believe in. I will. The special confinement cell in the observation hub is too small even for a child. There has been no interrogation or announcement. There isn't even a clock in the room. In complete isolation, she feels forgotten by the world. The only thing she was allowed to take with her was a copy of DCT Golden Age of Science. They made an exception apparently. Since she got here, she's read it over and over again.
In the future, I won't be the one who finishes this book. History will find its own echo. Would you like to hear it?
Now, the book lies beside her tear-stained pillow. Oh, tear-stained. Lemma has gotten out of bed. In the locked cell, she sits upright, dips her finger in the tea she was given, and covers the walls with densely packed writing. God damn it, I hate it when they don't want to refill that piano. Why? Come on. So we still have like 4 stages left. There's no way I will be able to finish this today. So I'm going to stop here. At this point, like I don't know who's friend, who's foe. And I don't it's quite complicated relationship now that to think that someone like Isomer can have connection with Silage society and then can get entered to like a position as high as the director in the university, and and 022 seems just allow it. We at this point I don't know who is siding with who, to be honest. Even with Celine, like I'm not even sure what is even her intention. She's being backed up by certain people, and that people probably also have a connection with the Sila society and everything. It's getting very, very complicated, the relationship between the character, and we don't even know again who to trust other than our daughter. It's only our daughter that we only can believe. Yeah, no doubt, 100%. The rest, everybody seems like to have their own agenda. I am guessing probably Celine trying to I don't know, get deeper into the truth, but the thing is, like, in order for her to get there, she just have to risking it by joining the society or everything. So there's a chances maybe she will, if she's being pushed to corner, then she can betray Chief and all for their own purpose. I mean she's written something is not even awkward about the syndicate. I couldn't imagine the part where the scene where Raven, Crash, Donald and Matilda just so excited when Celine there, just for Celine to write something like that in her book. I mean, like, seriously, Celine, what the hell? I'm really, like, genuinely happy to see her at that time because you know, she's basically Celine basically riding the trust of the West District people to Chief, and then that's what she wrote. She protect Nirvana more. Fuck's sake, it's quite annoying me just to imagine those West District people that we've been struggling together with. I feel like we are disappointing them. I mean, like, imagine how it feels like if Raven read that book after it's being published. Well, anyway, basically that's it. I'm going to continue the last part tomorrow. Hopefully there's gonna be like super duper lore reveal or plot twist or anything, because like this is gonna be the setup for maybe for the anniversary story. So yeah, So yeah, looking forward to it for the final one. Until then, yeah. By the way, thank you for all for coming. Yeah, I will see you on the next stream. Until then, please take care and have a good night. Bye bye.